So, of course, what I really, really want is a zigga zigga. Sunday evening. It is, of course, a Sunday social here at the Adams Arms, a hostelry for the hopeful, a place where football can and still will be fun. I welcome you all wherever you are from and whatever team you support. And, well, look, I want to start off with the obvious place because every now and again, football seems to completely lose its collective mind. And I think this weekend might be one of those times. I don't know if it's the hot weather or the fact there's nothing really to talk about. But I've spent the last 24 hours watching people behave as if Arsenal are on the verge of signing Vinícius Júnior. You'd think we'd agreed a fee, book the medical, and we're just waiting for him to hold up the shirt outside the Emirates. But except none of that has actually happened. What David Ornstein actually reported was that inside Arsenal, there is a broad agreement that if the opportunity to sign Vinícius Júnior ever became realistic, they'd be interested. Well, that's not really news, is it? I'd imagine there's a broad agreement that if Kylian Mbappe becomes available, or if Jude Bellingham or Erling Haaland, if there's a chance to sign one of the biggest names in football, of course you'd be interested. If we've got the money, being interested in one of the best footballers on the planet, that's not news. That's just common sense. And there's precious little of that around at the moment. But the leap from Arsenal would like, or that there's broad agreement within the club that if there's a chance to do it, we should try and do it, to Arsenal assigning him is absolutely enormous. I mean, you have to look at practicalities. The player himself has effectively said today, or has intimated today, that he's actually looking to stay at Real Madrid. So it's almost like Arsenal fans hearing that Arsenal would like to sign Vinícius Júnior was an exciting, intoxicatingly exciting thing to happen. And now we're like, oh, we're really punching at the right weight class. This is exactly the sort of player we should be going for. And no one ever stopped to think, well, does he want to come? The reality is Vinícius Júnior has a year left on his contract. He's negotiating with Real Madrid and it's hit a stumbling block because he wants more money than they're offering him. Faced with the situation, a very similar situation that took Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid, they can't just let him see out his contract. So they're going to put pressure on him to accept a deal if it's offered. But look, Arsenal would offer, the discussions have been that Arsenal would have to offer him £500,000 a week at least. It's kind of what he's asking for. 500 grand a week. And the problem with that is if you've got Declan Rice and Saka on 300,000 a week, and let's say they wanted an extra 100 grand a week, well, that's £700,000 a week. I like Vinícius Júnior. I said at the start of this transfer window, he would be my top choice on the left side. Creature Havertz would probably be ahead of him. But look, he is an excellent footballer. It would be brilliant. I'd love to have heard him come out and say, I've always dreamed of playing for Arsenal. I really want to be part of this project. But that didn't happen. If he ever does leave Real Madrid on a free, he would get so much of the money that would otherwise have been spent on signing him in his own pocket. That's attractive. Also, I think he quite wants to stay, and Jose Mourinho really wants him to stay. We wouldn't be the only club in the queue, although increasingly in world football, we're one of the few clubs that is in the conversation because there aren't that many clubs who have the money to do it. But we'd be talking about a really serious transfer fee. And as I said, $500,000 a week in wages. And that's before we've discussed what Real Madrid would really want to sell him. Somehow, after all that, social media has convinced itself this transfer is gathering pace. People who were saying it's not good enough, Arsenal's transfer policy is not good enough. Look how easily they're led around by a little bit of marketing. All Arsenal have to do is say, we're very interested in signing Vinícius Júnior. Fantastic. Try telling your kids, very interested in taking you to Disney World. Just maybe don't pack just yet. But there's a very different conversation to having the one where Arsenal are about to pull off one of the biggest transfers in football history. So tonight, look, rather than getting carried away, can we do something that's become really unfashionable? Can we just look at what's actually been reported, what hasn't, and whether there's any genuine reason for Arsenal fans to behave as if this is about to happen? And where's this coming from? Just when you're getting used to Arsenal fans being the gloomy ones, we never sign anyone, they're suddenly talking about, we might sign Look, I don't know. I would love to see Vinícius Júnior Arsenal, but it comes with a whole range of problems. Is he an upgrade on Martinelli? Yeah, I tend to think so. Are we building a Brazilian contingent. Yes, that all appeals to me. I want to hear from you. Anyway, that's my take on this weekend. Has been, God, this is what slow news days do to people. There's nothing to report. There's nothing to report. I had the strangest thing this morning. I woke up, checked my phone, news aggregator, and I swear I saw an Ornstein bomber about Guimaraes, that we'd done the deal, that it was 75 million plus 5 million in add-ons, to quote Fabrizio Romano. But David Ornstein had said it's all been agreed between Newcastle and Arsenal. And I was like, that's brilliant. Never mind Vinnie Júnior. We've at least got one across the line. And I couldn't find a story again. I think I actually dreamt it. I think that's how tragic I am. I've woken up and started dreaming Ornstein bombers. Anyway, look who's here. I'm so glad you're all here. First in, of course, excuse me, there is Hawkwind. Hawkwind, you'll save us from these endless transfer shenanigans, won't you? Let's play your theme tune. Wind is Skeeter. Great to see you, mate. And more Leaky Texas. This is how I feel. Vinnie, Gooner. Only when I see him standing between Bertrand and Arteta holding up an Arsenal jersey after signing a contract. Exactly. I think it's time to go back to that. You know what it is? It's this food chain of football. Players and managers and coaches and staff and people who work at clubs, the PR agents. Then you've got the journalists. Everybody's got to find something to talk about. So when there's nothing to talk about, this is what happens. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But we'll fix it. We're just going to wait till someone's holding up the shirt. Do we need Vinnie Júnior? Or is it just a nice to have? No one was talking about it. I really would like to sign him. I just don't see how you get over the money, to be honest with you. Me and friends won't let Xerxes go. Yes, had much more involvement, better performance, but is not regularly past quick. Why are we talking about Xerxes? You do keep talking about Xerxes. Can you let me know why? And we've decided in our group friends, best for him to go back to Inter Milan, Juventus, that sort of type. Didn't you get him from Bologna, didn't you? Yeah, I think Italy's better for him. Be nice teammates, communicated, encourage everyone. Good. We need more of that on the pitch. Good. Rasmus Højlund also, you let go to Napoli for 38 million. What did you spend on him? Like 70 million or something. Bollocks to Man United. We are Arsenal. Exactly. All are welcome here, though. And Lucky Singh is a regular. Always good to see you. He's using the media to pay rise. Won't get Vinny as sure as I've got a hole in my arse. Well, I don't want to do the checks, but I kind of agree with you. And even if I'd understand this, literally every single channel is talking about Vinny to Arsenal. Why? I mean, you could equally write the story Wigan Athletic. I've got sources at Wigan Athletic. I'm in the know, right? And I've been reliably informed that at every stage of the club, at every level of the hierarchy of Wigan Athletic, they have decided that if they can make a deal for Vinnie Júnior work, they're interested. Bomba. Done and dusted. Nonsense. He would be brilliant. Ross, great to see you. Hello. And Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling. Really enjoyed our... one of my favorite comments was as well, damn, I missed this. I had loads to say about this. We can talk about films in the pub. It's the pub. Wrong account. I mean, hello. Oh, that was you, was it? I did think. How many Leeds fans do we have? Great to see you, mate. Hawkwind. Everyone on YouTube is macaroni. They're underpants thinking we get Vinny in. It is ridiculous. It's this pod. I'm just like, do we just talk about it? Like, do we even talk about it? It's just silliness, isn't it? Like, everyone's get drawn into it. Everyone's got, I've got to say something. Henry reads tweets going, oh, this is a nightmare. Rory Jennings talking about, oh God, if Arsenal sign Vinny, it's over. They're all doing it. This is terrible. Everyone's commenting on it like there's anything to this story at all. I love Vinny. I'm Ugandan, 3B Arsenal player. Great to have you here, mate. Barrow, Berothamclaim. I hope I'm saying that right, but it's great to see you, mate. I feel like slipping into a coma to wake up when the transfer window closes. The transfer window wrecks my head. Mortlicky, Texas, you and I are of a similar mind. I just can't be asked. I just, you get so into it. The whole thing about Yan Diamande, you got people who don't know their arse from their elbow on TalkSport being interviewed about it. Yeah, I mean, he'd be good on the left. Maybe. I'm given to understand he can play on the left, but 100 million quid for a player who hasn't played on the left, not sure it's going to happen. Anyway, now it looks like he's going to Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain are upset. There are players at it. I just think, I'm getting used to Arsenal fans being so miserable that we haven't signed anyone yet. And then all it took was this, and now they're excited. I saw a picture of Turkish smiling. Is that one of the four signs of the apocalypse, impending apocalypse? Assasa de boy. Vinny is just a smokescreen for Arsenal to say they tried to sign him and sign Neto. Don't say that. There's no need to say that we're signing Neto. I would get my petition going again. I love Vinícius Júnior as an Arsenal, but I think we all would. I'd like to have signed him a little bit before, He was worth £500,000 a week. Any other players, Arsenal, Watkins? I have actually given up looking around at players that we could sign. We need a left winger. I'm quietly excited to see Christos Tzolis. I think he could be better than I thought he would be. But he's not the star on the left. I do expect us to sign people. I do think we'll sign Bruno Guimaraes. After all, I had that prophetic dream this morning. So I also read that Bruno Guimaraes wants his future at Newcastle sorted by the end of the week when he's supposed to go to train with them. And I don't see how you keep a player that's unhappy. By the same token, I've given up reading the stories about Julian Alvarez because he wants to go to Barcelona. They can't do it, blah, blah, blah. We'll see what happens. Just wait. Go into a coma, wake up for the end of the transfer window. That's the best way to do it. We're just getting used by Madrid and Vinny for contract renewal. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? But I agree that there's some element of that, but I mean, that's a silly thing, isn't it? Why is Ornstein getting involved in that? Why is Ornstein releasing? There's obviously some aspect of this that Arsenal want to reveal. And I think does it have something to do with just wanting to keep people on side? I don't know. No, not seen Death of Robin Hood yet. Does Henry ever not have his head in his hands? I know it's that kind of. Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, this is terrible. Oh God, look what Arsenal have done now. I don't remember seeing a single one of his videos where he talks about Tottenham anymore. Who can blame him? Seriously. Yan Diamande, overrated. Must be. To be 100 million quid. He's only had 2 seasons. But he could be amazing. I haven't seen it. Is it out? It's on my Fire Stick. I feel it does not want to join us, so I don't know. I kind of there's no indication that he does want to join. If anything, he's actually said, I want to stay at Real Madrid. I think he probably, the smartest thing Vinny Jr. can do is stay at Real Madrid for another year and wangle a free transfer where he pockets a huge amount of money in signing bonus, gets the salary that he wants because the team hasn't got to pay as much of a, makes sense. I understand Real Madrid wanting to sell him now, but I don't really know how much power they have to make him sign a contract with someone else when he's under contract with them. I don't know. Someone tell me in the comments, but there wasn't even a suggestion from that Ornstein piece that there was anything like an approach between the two clubs. I've read things today that he was schmoozed when Real Madrid or Brazil visited Arsenal, played at Arsenal. I don't know. This is all just silly. Us, please. But Kenna, great to see you. Make sure you like and subscribe. I have to ask. I have to ask. Cost Real Madrid 45 million when he was 16. Bargainista. All good. But look, I cannot be asked with the transfer window anymore. It is just endless rumor and speculation. And what did we used to do? I appreciate I'm sounding like an old geezer now. What did we used to do? We used to just find out we'd signed a player on the day we'd signed him. No, we didn't have all of this speculation. But the mood amongst the fans, I find it so fascinating. Like last week, before that, when was it announced? Was it Friday? I have a feeling it was Friday that it all kicked off. And everyone's, oh my God, Arsenal are interested in signing Vinícius Júnior. Well, duh. And Havertz, probably. No? Like, why wouldn't you be interested? If one of the best players in the world in a position that you need someone becomes available, I would hope that we were interested. Please don't. I'm going to start fasting until Vinnie Jr. joins us. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Maybe have 3 square meals a day until Vinícius Júnior and then start fasting or something like that. Just look after yourself. It's like that idiot Man United fan who's like, oh, I'm going to keep growing my hair. Do what you want with your hair, mate. And also, that phrase really annoying is I'm going to grow my hair. No, it's just going to grow. It's not like you're not growing it. It's not, hey, I'm in one of those moods. I've had a fabulous day. How's your weekend been apart from all the nonsense? Do you just turn off the YouTube and the chat, and does your phone ping every stupid message? The news aggregators, are you on news aggregators? Are you checking them? Like I said, I'm sure it must have been a dream because I've seen nothing more concrete about Bruno Guimaraes. And I really thought maybe it was just such wishful thinking. I woke up and thought, I can't deal with another day of this Vinnie Jr. nonsense. All that Ornstein said, I mean, like, he must be regretting putting it on. He must be regretting saying that Arsenal were vaguely interested in signing Vinícius Júnior because the pushback. Oh my God, this is amazing. At last. I want to talk about this in a more sensible way. First of all, in terms of the IKFAA, like putting it through the structure of would the Vinnie Jr. transfer work? I saw Lee Gunner saying he's trash. Because with really stupid people, life is very binary. So he's either amazing or he's trash. There's no way he can be just a good footballer. He's been trash. He's trash. He's rubbish. He's trash. So apart from that kind of level of idiocy, which you do find all over YouTube, let's just say he's obviously a very good player. I think that's fair, innit? We can agree on that, can't we? He is a very good player. He's better than anyone we have in that position. I could really imagine in the big games like Champions League finals or an FA Cup final, you throw in a Vinnie Jr. into the mix and he's probably going to win you games like that. But he didn't for Real Madrid recently. And they've got all the big players, right? The idea that they're bringing Diamande in on the right wing, I don't know if they're going to play Mbappe off the left. They've got players, man. Doesn't always guarantee you anything. And spending 500,000 a week on Vinny and assuming that Kai and Declan and Saka are all going to be like, that's fine. He's brilliant. And yet not want to pay rise themselves. Because if they all want an extra 100, then you're taking it to $1 million a week. Does 52 million a year with probably a 4-year contract, does 200 million buy us anything? Does having Vinnie Jr. make us the dominant force in British football? I saw this last season with Liverpool signing Florian Wirtz and Ekitike and then Isak. Well, now they're sometimes buying all these players. Well, I know I'm telling you stuff you already know. But tell me, do you actually even want him? Let's start with a conversation. Is there anyone here who's like, well, I don't even want him that badly. He's not my number one choice. I said at the start of the window, if you could get me Julian Alvarez, and it was Ayoud Bouadi I really wanted in the midfield. It wasn't Bruno Guimaraes. Although I do think Bruno Guimaraes is an excellent player and he would certainly strengthen our midfield. And if we can get that deal done at around 80 million, the transfer market is just mad, isn't it? It's just mad. And no one's talking about it in a rational way. I think that's what it is. Guys, which other transfers are out there? I turn off social media. Lucky saying you're a very sensible person to do so. Surely Arsenal sorted officially get talks Guimaraes. I think, listen, it's all speculation in it, but I think we are going to sign Bruno Guimaraes. And not because I had the dream this morning that I saw an Ornstein bomber. I somehow got record viewership on Friday evening. Must be because Chuck Norris was on the show. Chuck Norris. Oh, R.I.P. Chuck. Yes. Well, like I said to you, I was in London. I had my own odyssey getting back from London. Bloody Jubilee line cancelled. Ended up having to get an Uber home, 100 quid. It was a great night out, but whenever I go into London nowadays, I feel like a proper country bumpkin. Too many people on the tubes, too loud, too aggressive. Everyone wants to fight all the time. Vinny will definitely sign a new deal at Madrid to wake up a lot of our fans from their wet dreams. Tom, I thought it was Chris Benoit was resurrected. Gunner, we got to do this. Very important. What are we doing? What's very important? I'm worried now. Got to be nervous, anxious and nervous. BX. Jose, great to see you. And Chris next, I don't know. Hey, chaps. Could it be hey, darlings? Hey, duckies? Something like that. Something a bit more fitting. Hello, Chris. And thanks. And the one word that sums up the entire show, I think, is, of course, transfers. Right. So, Kenna, I want Vinny. I can't really look back Nico or Bradley or whoever now. Just the wages, him being a Brazilian is not ideal, but 100% take the risk we can with the wages. Such a... I have talked about this in this pub. And so I'm always a little bit aware of the fact that I repeat myself a lot. But if you start looking at all the biggest transfers that have ever happened, they're very rarely successful. What do you want, like, Vinny for? What does he bring you? How many goals? Is he going to bring in 30 goals a season? Is he going to be the difference maker? Why isn't he that big a difference maker for Real Madrid? He has a very unconventional style. He doesn't track back. I love him. I think we could definitely incorporate him. But I just think there is a point where you want to go and buy a ready-made player like Vinícius Júnior, and it very rarely works out. I don't, it's not the same people who've been saying all transfer windows, just spend whatever it takes. Why do we spend whatever it takes to get? This was the thing that was winding me up last week, right? So every week there's something now. Last week it's like, oh, why did Morgan Rogers choose Chelsea over Arsenal? Doesn't make any sense. Well, same reason he chose Chelsea over Man City, because Man City and Arsenal didn't bid for him. So that wasn't a choice. You can't have Chelsea bid a British transfer record, have it accepted by Villa, and then go, no, but I'd really rather play for Arsenal. Yeah, but it didn't. My big question of the week was if Morgan Rogers, if Chelsea was so certain that Morgan Rogers wanted to go to them and not to Arsenal, why not bid the same as we were bidding? Why not go, well, we'll match whatever Arsenal pay? They didn't. They went in, we'd like to offer you 37 million more than Arsenal are currently offering you. And Villa went, yep, done. Yes, thank you. Don't rabbit, I'll wear it. He brings pace, directness, Vinny Jr. Yes, he does. So does Tollis, though. It has to be a bit more than that, doesn't he? It has to be big game mentality, special. He's a special player. He's one of the world's best players. But you pay for that. This Vinny stuff is never happening, but it's been refreshing to watch multiple fan bases piss their pants together. That's what superstar signing could do. And there aren't that many superstar signings. I mean, when you think about it, we're not signing Jude Bellingham. Frankly, that would have me excited. But it would take more than someone saying that Arsenal are broadly in agreement that if there's a chance to sign Jude Bellingham, they should. What was really deeply frustrating about it is that Ornstein didn't say anything, really. He just said, yeah, Arsenal would quite like to sign Vinny Jr. Duh. Yeah, like it'd be like me doing a done and dusted Arsenal. Like sources close to Josh Kroenke have told me privately that if Kylian Mbappe were to be available a free transfer and only wanted 50 quid a week, signing on fee of 150 quid, Arsenal would be very interested. That's a long way from being done, isn't it? But it is true that it has been fun watching people absolutely, oh my God, this over. If Arsenal have shown real ambition. It's like me walking around a Ferrari showroom going, I in the right circumstances, I'd buy your most expensive car. Jean-Philippe Mateta. I don't really rate him. Sorry. I don't want him. The way I look at it would be this would be the biggest transfer in our history, and it's something we've wanted as a fan base for ages. Careful what you wish for. I do agree, Jose. That's a fair point. It is something we've always wanted, that big thing. I lived through Dennis Bergkamp. For me, that was that. By the time we signed Dennis Bergkamp, it felt like it hadn't worked out really for him at Inter. There's nonsense that he was washed or anything like that, because we'd watched him play against England for Holland and he scored both goals and he was sensational. And whatever. When people say to me, "Oh, he was washed when we signed him," it's like, well, boy, did we do good by him in coaching. He's a great player. So we have had those. Ian Wright was a marquee signing for me, but football was different. So, I mean, John, what are the biggest transfers? Who has pulled off the biggest transfers? Because I always think of Shevchenko going to Chelsea. That was a disaster. Pogba to Man United. That's a disaster. Romelu Lukaku was a disaster. Big signings tend to be a disaster. Neymar, disaster. Disaster. Kylian Mbappe to Paris Saint-Germain, like for the money he went for. What did it do for them? It didn't win the Champions League. Big signings are pissing contests, aren't they? It's about us going, look what we've signed, and then regretting it. Liverpool lived that last year. We want Florian Wirtz, and we want Isak, and we want Ekitike, Frimpong, Kirkez, best team in the world now. And then it just doesn't work. I don't have a crystal ball, but I would guess that Vinnie Júnior is a risk just based on the money, just based on the money. Adam Welch, shirt sales. Can you imagine how many shirts you'd have to sell to pay for like $1 million? Essentially, if you just looked at his salary, is 500 grand a week, 500,000 pound a week. That's a lot of shirts, man. Even at the prices Arsenal charge for them. It does elevate our quality, but it might not. I mean, did signing Eden Hazard elevate Madrid's? Sorry, I think you lost me there for a minute. Can you let me know in comments if you did? Because otherwise you were just staring at me thinking that we weren't together anymore. I've had some internet issues. I don't know what's going on. I can't fix it. I've restarted the computer. Nothing hide though works anymore. 100% ex-gunner. So Sam Thorne, bloody good to see you. Very well said. No thanks. Let him stay at Real. Junior. Arsenal should bring in Junior Firpo. No RG players in our team. All right, here's a good one. Eric Cantona was a big move. It wasn't really. It was $1 million. I mean, it's ridiculous with the hindsight, but at the time, it felt like the Enfant Terrible had gone to Leeds. He'd helped them win the league. Leeds. But it wasn't like he wasn't a hyper superstar. He left. It wasn't that long before Dennis Bergkamp, and Bergkamp was $7.5 million. So I remember the conversation. We will see the first 100 million player not that long ago. New players like Morgan Rogers are going for 117 million. They're going for 117 million, and I just don't think it. Hopefully, there's enough distance now from us and Chelsea signing Morgan Rogers that I can say this without people immediately going, "Oh, you're just salty because you wanted Rogers." No, not really. I did a video about it. If anyone's interested. In the video, I said I would like him at 80 million, but I don't think I'd go far above that. And in the end, when someone swoops in and go, I'll give you 117 million for it, go, yeah, that's fine. I don't think he's worth it. I don't think he's worth it to Chelsea either, by the way. I think they're just, I don't know what's going on at Chelsea. But I guess if you're a winger, you're getting signed by Chelsea. It's sort of tried and tested, isn't it? It's always going to be like this. Love you, bud. Keep up the good work. Wow. Mate, if that's to me, I really love that comment. Thank you so much. It's my favorite comment. Well, it goes without saying, doesn't it? What a brilliant comment. Thank you. I'm quite moved by that. Allegedly, Cantona was having a bit of how's your father with Lee Chapman's wife. Was he married to Leslie S at the time? Because you couldn't blame him, really. But didn't Lee Chapman end up being front page news for domestic assault? And wouldn't she have been better off with the old trawler? When the seagulls follow the trawler, it is because they fancy Lee Chapman's wife. Because they want a little bit of how's your father with Lee Chapman's wife. Fabian from PSG. Yeah, Ruiz. Yeah, gotcha. Don't need him. But I can absolutely say, well, are you talking about for Man United? Obviously you are, yeah. I hate this Arsenal waiting to see sense. It's just the same, so true. Sasa De Boy, man, like you're so right. Arsenal are interested. Arsenal are waiting to see. It's like all we're doing at the moment is like I cannot get. I'm not doing transfer videos at the moment. I'm just trying to enjoy the summer break. Apparently, the Commonwealth Games are on. Maybe watch a bit of that. Read a book. You know, I'm sick of being glued to screens, waiting for things to happen that don't happen. I'm sick of having the conversation about Morgan Rogers go on and on and on, and then Chelsea sign him, and he comes out and goes, "Yeah, I'm joining the biggest club in London." You're not, though, are you? You're not. Maybe biggest club in West London. I'll give you that. Could Arsenal have backup plans? About 8. They're probably about 20 backup plans. The point is, Arsenal fans will only be happy if we sign the player they want us to sign. And look, with the best will in the world, right? Like, none of us are scouts. None of us really know. Imagine if it was just that simple. I remember the Real Madrid team that had Figo in it, you know, the Galacticos, the proper Galacticos. And it never worked. I remember Kylian Mbappe and Neymar and Messi at Paris Saint-Germain. And that didn't work. It doesn't always work like that. It's not as simple as just going, bought the most expensive football. Look how much money Chelsea have spent. Yeah, Lee Chapman's wife took it up. I'm not reading. You nearly got me to read that. How dare you? Cantona was only good in a Leeds shirt. I have to laugh or I'll cry. Eric Cantona, but there would have been a point where even Man United wouldn't have signed Eric Cantona if you wanted too much money. Does Vinícius Júnior? I think it's different, isn't it? We've won the league without Vinnie Júnior. Does buying Vinnie Júnior mean we'd definitely win it again? I would like to see us sign a left winger, right? I don't think Christos Tollis is going to be quite enough. Be magic if he was. What happened to buying players before they became global superstars and making them global superstars? Biggest Arsenal transfer of all time. Go on, and that's my question to you. Biggest Arsenal. This would be, I mean, Vinnie Júnior to Arsenal. He's a Ballon d'Or winner. Can I think of any other Arsenal Ballon d'Or winners? I can't, but I'm shit at these things, so that doesn't mean there isn't one. Someone will tell me in a minute. Oh, don't you remember? Thierry Henry didn't win one. Dennis Bergkamp didn't win one. Doesn't matter, does it? It is what it is. Right. Had good tunnels fight with our lot United dressing room. Biggest signing, I think, for me, it'll be Dennis Bergkamp. That was the biggest. Bloody hell, Dennis Bergkamp. He's one of the best in the world in his position. But, you know, players like Santi Cazorla on the other hand, you go, who's this fella? And then you watch him and go, oh, he's good. We want that. We want more Mascaras and Incapiés. We don't want the big name players. It doesn't do anything for us to just go and spend the biggest amount of money. I don't think. I think your most key transfer is Bergkamp. I completely think so. Transformational. Because for everything that was built by Arsene Wenger, he was the pivot point. You could do things when you had Bergkamp in the side. He brought the best out of players around him. Would Vinnie Júnior do that? Does Vinnie Júnior do that? I liked Vinnie Júnior in the World Cup where he scored that really good goal, but like transformative, next level, lot of money. Lots of money. It's not my money. Spend it. Oh, clock enders. Yes. Now you're talking. Oh, Danny boy. Throwback CFAX page 302. Arsenal seal 7.5 million Bergkamp suit. I want to get that framed. That's brilliant. I'm going to have to look that up. Have you seen that? That is a brilliant. Oh, mate. Yes, let's do that. How did I find out? It was that picture I think it was the Mirror. I used to read the Mirror. Well, I said read it. Written in crayon, isn't it? Evening, landlord. I'll have a pint. Oh, hang on. No, what time do I call this? Call blimey, I'm going to get me wages stopped. I was so disappointed you weren't here. Where the hell have you been? People need to rely on us, especially the shit you give me for being late. You're the only one. If I'm like 20 seconds late, you're like, what time do you call this? So, no. Bergkamp changed the game in England. Yes, he did. Cantona changed the game in England too. These players were elevated the whole league, didn't they? And I know that Thierry Henry is a lot of people's favourite footballer. And my God, I love Thierry Henry as a footballer. I was blessed that was when I was going every week. And I saw him, I think I saw his first game off the bench for us. I just remember the gloves thing. That was a big deal. Obviously, now you look back on it, it's different times altogether. But I remember people having a real problem with him wearing long sleeves and gloves. Tony Adams was one of those. We're going to start a new season as a Premier League champions with Martinelli, Madueke, Jesus, Reece Nelson part of our attacking force. That I wouldn't be so confident about. I think Madueke I would, but Reece Nelson is leaving. He said he's leaving, definitely leaving. Jesus, we're just struggling to get 20 million for him, which, much as I love you, Jesus, I think we can all see why we might be struggling to get 20 million for you. And Wenger isn't looking at Arsenal in 95 without Dennis. Yes. Well, I don't know, actually. I don't know. I think it's the other way around. From the David Dean autobiography, so basically he was basically signing Bergkamp for Arsenal. He wasn't signing him for Bruce Rioch. That's weird, isn't it, when you think about what the club became and what it might have been if we'd stayed with old Bruce Rioch. Not as good. I think I could, bit of chest, I can say that. Zanzi, lateness is greatness. No, it isn't, Hawkwind. Don't just tell him that. He'll stop being late all the time. Love Wayne Rooney as pundits. He speaks fair all teams. I like Wayne Rooney as a pundit, but he's a very divisive figure, especially in this house, because my father-in-law fucking hates listening to him. He has got a silly voice, but I think he's incredible. Listen, if you're going to... He was one of the best players England ever produced, right? You're the geezer. No, you're the geezer. What Vinnie contract tomorrow morning? News will cripple loads of dreamers. Why do people get so excited? I mean, genuinely, I was going to do a montage of all of the pages like, Vinny's coming. Vinny's coming. No, he isn't. He fucking isn't. He blatantly isn't. You know, if he was, he'd just be holding up a shirt, wouldn't he? We'd have done it by now. Ornstein, I do think Ornstein was like, oh, shit. What have I written? No, I didn't say we were signing him. I just said that Arsenal are putting, Arsenal all agree. Everyone at Arsenal agrees it would be good to sign Vinny. Everyone at Leeds agrees it would be good to sign Vinnie Júnior as well. It isn't so weird that people would want to sign one of the best players in his position in the world. Is it? Is it? No, it isn't. Bloody isn't. Right. You might be late, but you're needed. Wayne Rooney, you able to play really well there. That's pretty good. Zanzi in the house. Great have BBC pundits. Firpo changed the game since Dennis. Absolutely, yeah. And I can't imagine you could say Junior Firpo more often than you currently do. But I'm feeling like I should sponsor you. If we'd stayed with Rioch, we'd still be better than the Spuds. Yeah, of course. Standard. At the time, I'd say Alan Ball joining Arsenal was my... Yeah, that's the Millet. Brilliant. See, that's before my time. But wasn't he for a while our only World Cup winner? Yeah, and I mean, I know he was a big deal. And lots of other players that did well after him were inspired by him, and he was a great player to have in the team, but he didn't win anything. So maybe that's apocryphal. Joe Hart definitely looks taller now. Right. I'm not doing a fanfare. He was late. You just get in here.
Look, it's clean. It's clean. It's cleaned. I've cleaned it all off.
Been doing?
Yeah.
Me on my own here. Torn apart I was.
Can I just point out this is normally the time I come on anyway? Because you're usually about 35, 40 minutes.
No.
Okay.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
You can't point that out, and no one wants your excuses. Your excuses are your own. Timekeeping is everything. What are you looking at?
No, I was just saying how
remote control lights. Oh, bachelor pad.
Yeah. I tell you what,
I'm expecting the fireplace to roar into action now.
No, I can turn it red as well. I'll get the wrong trade.
Get people knocking on the window again.
Yeah.
So I know you're late, unforgivably late, reprehensibly late. But the subject is, of course, how close we are to the signing of Vinícius Júnior. And I was just making... I'll catch you up. I was making a point that all David Ornstein said was that within Arsenal, there was an agreement that if there was an opportunity to sign Vinícius Júnior, that we should do it. And that has become, Arsenal are signing Vinícius Júnior. Vinícius Júnior is at Arsenal. No. right? And it's doing my head in. It's actually really starting to annoy me, this transfer window, because Arsenal fans are totally one or the other. 1 minute it's like, it's not good enough, we're not buying anyone, we're getting gazumped by Chelsea, everyone's doing business except us. And then the next minute it's like, oh, look at the ambition, we're the greatest team in the world again. And it's just like, maybe everyone calm down, and Zanzi's here to help you just calm down. What's your view on it?
Yeah, it's from what I've heard is that we are looking into the possibility of signing him. It seems that all the other Premier League sides don't have an interest in signing him. Liverpool want to sign someone who's on the right-hand side.
He's gone to Real Madrid. Liverpool wanted Yan Diomande. He's now gone to Real Madrid.
Yeah, but
Liverpool
wants someone. Yeah, Liverpool want someone on the right-hand side of their attack, not on the left, because they've already got Isaac and.
Well, they lost Salah, so like you'd have to replace Salah on some level.
Yeah. But yeah, he would only want Champions League side. So, sorry, Chelsea.
There are only there is truth in this point. Globally, I think we're starting to see a real shrinking. There are not that many teams that have enough money to pay for the wages of a Vinícius Júnior. Man City, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea somehow. And so when a player like Vinnie Júnior becomes available and he wants 500,000 a week, of course we're in the conversation. But no point of the Ornstein Bomber said that Vinny's interested, that Rail don't want him to go. Vinny's not expressed any desire to leave. And yet the story of the weekend is that Arsenal are going to bid for, not even going to bid for, that we would in theory bid for. The world has become basically a slow news day.
Right. I've heard something different on that, because I've heard that he would, like, if push came to shove, he would come to Arsenal. And
yeah, if push comes to shove. That's the same what they say about Julian Alvarez, though. And the story is, from his agents have briefed today that he is looking to stay at Real Madrid. That's why he's in contract negotiations. The contract negotiations have stalled because they won't pay him what he wants. But that doesn't mean that he wants to leave.
Yeah, but then there's the other thing is that Real Madrid with Jose Mourinho have made a short list of 5 players who are not for sale. And Vinny is not on that list.
Yeah, but this is where I do have to throw in the fact that he has 1 year left on his contract. Yeah. So if they don't sell him, Real Madrid have made a statement. They have informed Vinícius Júnior that he either signs the contract or they will sell him this summer. So there's a potential that he's up for sale. But then you'd have to question the logic of buying Vinnie Júnior now for 80, 100 million when in a year's time he's free.
Yeah.
Vinnie Júnior, like any sensible person, knows that if he goes on a free transfer, he gets Kylian Mbappe money. One of the stones in his shoe of Real Madrid is that he wants the same money Mbappe's on, but they won't give it to him. So Jose Mourinho doesn't want to lose him. Real Madrid want to keep him, but if they can't get him to sign an extension, they face the same problem Paris Saint-Germain had, where they lost 100 million in cold blood because Kylian Mbappe just wouldn't re-sign and couldn't sell him. So I could see that happening, but that would be a huge. At that point, then this time next year, Vinnie Júnior is a free agent. Yeah, I could see us being interested in him. Not so long ago, folk were saying Grealish joining City was a great transfer. I don't know if I hated that transfer. I know it looks like it didn't work out, but he did win the treble with him, didn't he? Will Bruno join on his own now? Well, hello, Stuart. Do you mean would we just sign Bruno? I don't know, honestly. Great. Get Arsenal, great player, pundit to Alan Smith. Evening, all love over 87. Evening, all not convinced by Vinny stuff. Classic smokescreen. It feels like it, doesn't it? So why has everyone gone so mental? Zanzi, starting with you. Why have you gone so mental?
I don't know. I mean, if he did come to us, it'd be brilliant. But I mean, he would be the wow signing I've been thinking that we are going to get.
there aren't that many. Well, he would be a wow.
Mm.
No question about it. And I totally get the sense that, not that we've been promised a wow signing, but we're all expecting one, you know? So, I don't know. If to me, I just don't see this happening. I'd give this a 2 out of 10 probability for happening, 20% chance. I think I'm being generous. Look at this. Jack Swagger doing the work. 30 viewers and only 8 likes. Don't be a fraud. Hit those like buttons, please. Jack Swagger, well said. Who's doing that, by the way? Which one of you hasn't clicked like yet?
I've just subbed to you, actually.
Oh, God. You know, subs are going up. People will expect even better quality from us if there's too many subs. Zanzi, with your experience now, has Arsenal had conversations with Vinnie Júnior or Bruno Guimaraes?
We haven't spoken to Vinny, but I know we've spoken to Bruno, and he's agreed that he wants to come there.
Dodgy, isn't it? Really, shouldn't really be talking to us. I like that he is, though. I'm totally, I'm in favour of Bruno Guimaraes. I find myself. Does this happen to you as well? You're a stronger character than me. I sometimes just feel like, for the good of my sanity, will someone please sign someone all the Arsenal fans are happy with, so they can stop whinging for 10 minutes. It would be so nice if they, if they just stop whinging for 10 minutes, because they don't, do they? They just go on and on and on. We don't buy enough players. Andrea Berta's a fraud. Arteta's a fraud. It's good that we don't sign Vinny because Arteta would just ruin him anyway. We're shit. It's going to be a tough season. It's going to be difficult. We could go, all these people. It's just constant. You think, surely at this point, maybe find something else to do with your life.
Yeah. Plus about this, there's that other thing that you said before, that 50-70% of transfers only work out.
Yeah. That is so you don't want to spend you don't want to have a player on 500,000 a week that, for whichever reason, we had this with Ozil, what do you do when they don't want to play anymore? We'll drop you. All right, drop me on $500,000 a week. Oh well, I'm going to go and play some bingo.
That's it.
Do you know how many lines you could buy a bingo? Whoa. Arsenal need players, of course. Well, do we? We're champions, mate. We're like hen hooking into a bottle in this window. We're like a hen looking into a bottle. That's deeply poetic, but I don't really get it.
Ooh.
Zanzi, Arsenal should use advantage over Chelsea, especially Champions League football. But this is the thing that we were talking about before. It's like, why did Rodgers choose Chelsea over Arsenal? Because he didn't have a choice. That would be my guess, because what choice did he have? It was either stay at Villa, and Villa were like, no, you can't stay here, or go to Chelsea. And he was like, I'm joining the biggest club in London. Always wanted to play for them. I wanted to play for them when they were good, is what I think he meant to say. You think Jose will let him go to Arsenal? I don't think Jose's got a choice. If he doesn't sign his contract, Perez is selling him. And that's the only thing you can do. If you've got an asset the size of his contract on your books and you're going to watch it just trickle away, you sell him in January for 30 million. Same thing happened with Kylian Mbappe, and it was a nightmare for Paris Saint-Germain. But they're all right. They've got a bubble too. How can Arsenal finally push to transfer get stuck? You're getting lots of questions. I love it. Imagine how much Saudi can give Vinny. Yes. Yeah. If they're still into football. Although I have to say, realistically, at the moment, Saudi Arabia, if you're a Newcastle fan, you go, I thought we were like the richest club in the world. Why don't they pay any money, man? Why don't they give us a wee bit of money so that we can keep Bruno Guimaraes? I'm being unkind, but that's what I do. Everything is perfectly under control. They know what they're doing. Clock enders, you are a breath of fresh air as ever. Look at this. I have kryptonite. You are my hero. 1,000 jewels in a loot box. We've never had that before. That's brilliant.
Even know what it is.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think you trade them in. Whatever it is, people get them and they give them to us, and that is something I'm hugely grateful for. So thank you so much, and being the first, that really, it's beautiful loot box. Thank you so much, mate. Bring Vinny to the carpet. He's a superstar we need. Or Alvarez. Right. So for personal reasons, I would. Yeah, I'm a bit torn. I think it literally just comes down to the fact that Julian Alvarez, right, is really good, and a lot cheaper. I don't think he'd want 500,000. I just think if you're going to give 500,000 a week to one player, don't Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka then end up knocking on your door going, I think I'm worth more than 300 because I don't think he's that much better than me. And then you have to give Declan Rice and Saka another 100 grand each. So now you're on 700. And then Kai turns up and you're, oh, fine, that's 800,000, you know. And David Ray is like, David Ray is like, I'm the best goalkeeper in the world. I think I might want to leave if you don't pay. Now you're suddenly paying millions of pounds. And what are you don't win more in prize money. We got about as much money in prize money as you can get last season. We didn't win the Champions League, but you don't get that much more for winning it. But I love the whole. I do love the fact that we are looking at these big players. But I'd rather sign a player that I'd rather Christos Tollis turns out to be an absolute worldie. I don't think it's because I'm mean. I have to say, Clockenders is now our second. These jewels are flying and we're swimming in jewels, Zanzi. I shall make you a dress of jewels, Clockenders. You absolute ledge. Loot box. I don't know what it is, Jules. We will look into it, but I am incredibly grateful for him. Saudi Arabia lost cash. Saudi Arabia have changed position. They wanted to divert some of their GDP from obviously oil to tourism. They wanted to get to 10% revenue from tourism, which is a bit punchy. And so they paid for the golf circuit. They did. I'm not a golf fan, but they invested a huge amount of money in golf, and they've just pulled out. And they've just gone, actually, we're changing direction now. So you have to say that to all the Newcastle fans who were so glad that Saudi had invested in them. You never ask yourselves, why do Saudi give a shit if Newcastle have a great football team or not? That's been a long-standing affinity between ourselves and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I bet there's some Saudis looking through their books and finding this thing. They're saying, what's this Newcastle thing?
Newcastle.
Oh, really? Where? England.
Oh, it's got a beach. It's got a lovely beach.
All right.
Put that down. What have you done?
To have a bridge.
For now. I think we're buying that off them, aren't we? Vinny and Diamande to Newcastle. This is a brilliant comment. Imagine that. Cash people. I have no idea what they were either. It was available, so I sent it out. Man, I love that. Thank you so much. An amazing guy back. Realistically, what left wingers are at that level that are approachable? Great question. Love ever hate 87. Great question. I have obviously done a lot of analysis. So top of my list, if I was chucking out names, Keenan Yildiz, 20 years old, gettable. Probably expensive. Mika Gotts, I think he's 21. I thought he was younger. Gettable. Good, but not superstar. When you're looking at superstars, Kvicha Havertz, Vinnie Júnior, Kylian Mbappe. I know Julian Alvarez doesn't really play off the left wing, but he can do, and I think we could hope that he would be able to. And Bradley Barcola, who doesn't seem as though he's anybody's favourite. And it's starting to look a little bit like he might not leave Paris Saint-Germain. But I can't think of anyone else. Have I missed anyone out?
None that I can think of, really.
So they're the big marquee players on the left. I mean, who's got great left wingers at the moment? Liverpool haven't. City... not sure. Same. Vinny's current weekly wage is 410,000 fixed plus 205,000 bonuses, 615 per week. That's what we're looking at. But also, you have to remember that the tax situation is very different in Spain. So to match what he gets in Spain, we'd probably have to go above that anyway. But 600, including bonuses. I mean, come on. Is he worth it? He's written it twice.
I'll tell you something. You'd struggle on that, wouldn't you?
I mean, I can't live off that.
No.
But, I haven't worked all my life just to settle for 600 and something £1,000 a week. No, I need 2,000 joules a session. That's what I need.
Well, yeah.
Great if you found out that. I promise you, if it's a significant amount of money, I will put it to the Vinnie Junior Fund, and I urge you all to do the same.
But can I just point out to everyone over there that when Dan says he needs 2,000 joules, he's talking about the electrical joules in the probe form.
Are you turning this saucy already? How dare you? You missed I really enjoyed the show with Tom on Thursday. I came into it being all kind of like highbrow, went to see the Odyssey. We ended up talking about where's the strangest place you've taken a piss. And it was far better. It's much more Adam's Arms. Tom's brilliant. I made it sound like it was all Tom there. It really wasn't. It was me as much as anyone. Not our money. Jeffrey Longingham. Jeffrey Laughing Man. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But it is our money in the sense that our club's spending it. So if they buy Vinnie Júnior and go, there's no money left for Gunnosaurus, and there's no money left for all the other players have had to leave. We're just putting, money we spend on Vinnie, we can't spend on anyone else. Dan, enjoy Home Nations Commonwealth Games, not just medals, fight, determination, boxing. I'm going to watch it. I only found out today it was on. Did you know that there was Commonwealth Games on?
Yeah, it was a couple of days ago when they're talking about some weird sport. And I said, what the hell are they on about? And Mrs. said, it's Commonwealth Games. I said, oh, really?
It's exciting. I love a bit of, I like the athletics. Bosh, FC Rids, Bosh, Rids FM, Bosh. Great to have you here, mate. Jules Electric Shock Therapy. That hit, that Jack Swagger thought that was funny. Ozil was on 350 years ago. What's 400 exactly? Fuck it. And let's put. But as Jack's pointed out, actually he's currently on about 615. So might need to have a whip round, fellas. Do you know what? Let's start watering down the cognac. Fuck it. Yeah, let's. Did you hear that?
I did.
Isn't that a good sound?
Yeah.
Join me. I won't do it again. I know it's probably really annoying, but this microphone is something else. Arsenal being used by a player's agent for the better contract. Have we seen that before? I feel we may have. Karim Benzema, I'm looking at you. I like that we're in this conversation, but who else? I mean, there aren't that many clubs that could possibly afford. If he's not going to Saudi, I don't even know if Saudi's paying those kind of wages anymore.
I doubt very much if he would go to Saudi because he's only 26 and he's got the world at his feet, really. And he wants to play Champions League still, doesn't he? And they don't do Champions League in Saudi, but they pay a shitload of money.
Well, it's the same thing with Victor Osimhen when he was adamant that he wouldn't go for less than a certain amount and ended up in Turkey with the lower tax breaks. I don't know. Like if it was me as a footballer, I'd probably be more inclined to go, look, whether I have 100 million or 110 million, let's be honest, I'm probably never going to have to worry about money again. So why not just go to the club that I love and play some football and have a chance of winning things? But not everyone's the same. Victor Osimhen is still playing in Turkey. If we replace Martinelli and Norgard with Vinnie and Bruno, yeah, that's an upgrade. That's definitely an upgrade. I don't know. Do you think have you seen anything on this Martinelli thing? Because I'm starting to get the feeling he's staying, and I'm actually pleased about it. I know I'm probably in a minority, but
I'm happy if he stays. I'd rather he stay than went. But I've heard that Arsenal are open to offers for Martin Ødegaard.
Yeah, that's been declined. That apparently who was it? I think it's Ben Jacobs. Might have been Ben Jacobs. Definitely one of the respected journalists who said no, it's not happening. I think it might even have been Harry Symeou, but somebody who would know. I just think I don't want to see Ødegaard go. I don't want to see Martinelli go. I'm happy to be wrong at the end of the season if they're both rubbish again. I was wrong, but it's a lot of upheaval. Apparently, Bonnie Prince Charlie opened it a few days ago. So it's in Scotland. Is that right? We've got the Commonwealth Games going on in Scotland, and I found out today. God, I hope I haven't missed an email. I hope they're not expecting me to do an event.
Oh, God, what are you doing out there? Tossing the caber and curling?
I could do that. sweeping, chucking and sweeping. I could do that. If I had to do an event, I'd probably do. Is there a seated event? I could probably do
rowing.
Yeah, no. No, I mean just like literally sitting or like napping. Is that an event? The 4-hour nap.
You turn it into one, couldn't you?
I think so. Competitive napping.
You have to go for a nap, and you have to wake up at the right time.
Oh, I wouldn't be any good at that.
And no alarms, nothing to wake you up.
No, I'd be shit at that. You've turned something I'm really good at into a sport I'm shit at. I don't know how you've done that. I'm not doing running long jumps. What could I do? Boxing? No. Well, there could be an event. Is there a? No, I can't.
What about strolling event?
Yeah, I could do strolling. Yeah, there is a walking event, isn't there? But it's campers Christmas.
They're walking down, isn't it?
Hello.
Have you seen how fast they go?
Fucking yes, I do. Do you know what? This kills me. They walk faster than I run.
Oh no.
I know that's the reality of it. It's like I'm not even catching them and I'm running. It's like when you've got that one annoying mate and you go into the pub and there's one annoying mate who's just faster than everyone. You're like, oh fuck, I'll see you there. Clock Ender says Gabby J off the books. Yeah, I think it's time. Do you mean that as a news story? I haven't seen anything, but I think he's the one that I think we all agree it time's up. Reece Nelson said he doesn't want to stay, and it didn't break my heart. I forgot. Fabio Vieira, I keep hearing he is and isn't going, respectively. Real Madrid told him to take what they offer or get sold to Arsenal. They aren't worried about losing a star when the squad is stacked and replacing him with young talent in this. But I don't think Real Madrid are worried about losing him if they can sell him. Because it takes 615,000 a week off the books. They get some money. They've got plenty of stars, and they need a bit of a freshen up. And it was always a problem bringing Kylian Mbappe in because they do both like to play in the same position. So you are creating a problem. They have created a problem, and this would solve that problem. Jose Mourinho though really wants to keep him, but at the same time, Jose Mourinho has just pulled off 100 million signing of a as yet untested Yan Diomande, just because he wants more speed in the team. So Fiorentina Perez is apparently just giving Jose Mourinho everything he wants, which I get. That's what you should do if you're going to be a club like Real Madrid. But I don't think they'd mind Vinny leaving. I just don't know where he's supposed to go because who are the clubs that could afford this? He'll sign a new contract at Madrid, then watch the meltdown from our online fans. There's going to be a meltdown. There's going to be a meltdown. This will be our hostelry for the hopeful. This will be our place we can escape the absolute fucking meltdowns. It will be. I will play. Do you know when the story comes out? I will do an emergency siren, and we can all run in here and all hide in the oubliette and just play Connect 4 or something until it blows over. Because our fans are the most. It is like running around with their hair on fire, going, about everything. It's like I honestly, there was a part of me, Zanzi, that really thought once we won the league, it'd all be better. What a moron I am! What an idiot I am!
Sort of stay the same, doesn't it?
It's the same people whinging about the same shit. Berta's a fraud. Arteta's a fraud. Everyone but me in my bedroom is a fraud. Everyone knows so much. Oh, it's just idiocy. Commonwealth Games, do they still do the caper toss? It's a knockout. Do you know what? Jack Swagger. That's creeping up. That might be my favorite comment of the night. Can we just bring back It's a Knockout?
Oh.
Instead of the Commonwealth Games, can we just have them all dressed up as like, those silly cartoonish characters trying to carry buckets of water? And I'll
in fact, it wouldn't be It's a Knockout. It'd be just one Fontier, wouldn't it? Because that was the international version. Because you don't you remember that?
Now, as soon as you said it, I remembered it, but I was also very impressed with the pronunciation.
Because they had Eddie Waring and Stuart Hall, and all you can hear is Stuart Hall was always
anymore. No, please don't say Stuart Hall anymore. No, right. He's a wrong.
All you can hear is not Eddie Waring, but the other one always laughing all the time. That was it.
Should we do it? No. Zandy? We'll put our names in the ring, and we will be the new co-commentators for It's a Knockout.
Oh yeah. No, I do with that. Yeah, because they always used to take the piss out of the fact that the Germans were always so
serious.
And then what was it? I think it was Italians, totally fucking hopeless and all over the place.
And they used to love it, and it became this national stereotyping thing, which is just so absurd. But anything like the secret is listening to the man who shall not be named laughing. They just had a great laugh, didn't they? But yes, that's a brilliant. That's I'm putting the star on that one. That's one of my favorite comments. One thing I know about Madrid is that all this chaos will be resolved within the week. Either they either sell him or make him sign a new contract. Exactly. I love Gabby. We need Arsenal boys. Well, do you mean Gabby Jesus? I don't dislike him at all, but I don't really want him playing for Arsenal at the moment.
Nah, I think it's time for Mr. Jesus to go, isn't it?
I read this and this so Jack Swagger saying in Glasgow, and then Love or Hate is saying shooting. I was like, that'd be the event for me. Is there an event where I get to rob post office votes? Cronky's got a taste for it now. American sport teams are huge in America, but Premier League is a different beast. I think the penny has finally dropped with them. Or Clockenders. I saw someone saying like they have a terrible record. All but one of their franchises didn't retain the win. I've got nothing to say bad about the Cronkies. I love this team at the moment. I'm so proud as an Arsenal fan. We're champions. There's a lot to be optimistic about, but you just have to stay off YouTube, don't you? You just have to avoid YouTube channels because I'm sick of the utterly emotional responses. Even the intelligent people. You know, even the guys who are like, oh my God, we're signing. No, we're not signing him. We're just open to the idea of signing him. Of course, we're open to the idea of signing him. If we sign Vinny, then 11 goes and Solis back up. Yeah, no, right, Jeffrey, absolutely agree with you, mate. If we sign Vinícius Júnior, we have less need for Martinelli. This is it. Rowing, you could be the guy with the megaphone. He's called Cox. You could be the Cox. I'm a bit large. They're not usually my fucking boat. You got the guys at the back rowing in thin air, going down. Fucking never mind. Pull.
It's going to be going right. Pull.
I just imagine those little flimsy things slowly taking on water. We go fucking pull. Yeah, it's a nice idea, but no, I don't think I'd make a. I've had people shout Cox at me, but no, it's not the job for me. I'm a big fan of running high jumps, Jarvin. I love watching. I always watch athletics and think I should watch this all the time. Then I never do. Non-binary pole vaulting. Top man. Lucky Singh is a top man. No question about that. I'm pretty cool intensity power runner. Are you? Glad we're getting sports back, traditions, get regionality back. Should we do a watch along for some of the common? Let's do it as it's a knockout. I'm very serious about it. I think we should do it, Zanzi. Vinny, Kai, Saka, Eze, Rice, and Bruno. Wow. Yep, I would see us winning shit with that. But then I saw us winning shit without Vinny. So yeah, why not? Tai Gyoko Noni Ode. All right, Sol Gyoki Noni Ode. So that's the backup. No Martinelli. He's getting a lot of stick, Martinelli. Listen, I can understand it as well. But actually, when you look at how old he is and the potential he's had and how good he's been in the past, let's give him a chance this season, eh? It's funny how the situations between Bruno and Vinny are opposite. One is agreed on personal terms and the club is refusing to sell, while the other player wants to stay and the club is open to sell. Yeah. There's a lot in... I'm very much becoming an advocate of the idea, look, let's all stop talking about transfers. But how would people make a living out of their YouTube channels if there's nothing to talk about? That's what it feels like. It feels like everybody's jumping on every bit of non-news. You know, how you can read the club hierarchy at Arsenal have all agreed that if the opportunity is right, we'll make a bid for Vinny Júnior, be interested in signing him. How you can extrapolate that to, look, we're trying to sign Vinny Júnior. Our fans deluded at Manchester United the same. Yeah, I think yours are... I don't know. I think Man United fans are becoming quite realistic now. I think now and again you hear a Man United fan going, God, do you remember when we used to be able to sign anyone we wanted and now we're not able to.
I think they're in the same boat, aren't they?
No, they are properly deluded. He chose Chelsea over Arsenal. I had that. That was some of the comments were so funny. I was getting like, I put it on TikTok as well. I put a little short on TikTok and I thought, see if that works. Did really well. Loads of people like left comments. They're a more comment heavy bunch in TikTok, but some of them were going. I was saying like, where are Chelsea's fans? Because they haven't got they don't. And someone said, well, their stadium's smaller. I said, yes, and they don't fill it. They're not at capacity. So if you want to tell me that there aren't a lot of fans going to Chelsea because the stadium's too small, at least fill your stadium.
We had I was putting on a comment about the fact that Chelsea stumped up the 117 for whoever it was now, I can't remember because we
Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers.
Oh, Rogers, that was it, yeah. No, that's how interested I was of us really signing him. And some blokes said, "Oh, yeah, but look at what Chelsea have done because we won the Club World Cup, so we saved English football."
Oh, thank God! Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you. And you won the Conference League. Thank you. Well, I had all kinds of comments where the one guy was like, "Actually, we're massive in North America and Africa," and I was like, "Yeah, but they're not in London." And then I went and looked it up, and no, they're not. We have more fans in North America and in Africa. When you're a Chelsea fan and you're desperately trying to prove that you're the biggest club in London, because one guy said we've got the most trophies. No, you haven't got the most trophies, but you've got a great. Listen, they've got 2 Champions Leagues. That is a massive achievement. Well done. But that doesn't forever make you London's biggest side. And if it does, maybe you should be scratching your head going, why don't people want to come and watch us? No. Next time you win something, let's see if you can top our parade numbers.
Why were we 10th in the league?
Yeah, they were 10th in the league, 11th in attendance.
11th?
When you add up Brentford and Chelsea, you get Tottenham for attendance. Over the last 5 years,
I think who the 10 are.
Over the last 5 years, they've been 9th to 11th. So 10th, 9th. It depends on who's in there. But Sunderland are above them. Everton are above them. West Ham are above them. Tottenham are above them. Man United, Chelsea, Aston Villa are above them. Arsenal are above them. Man City are above them. Liverpool are above them. Like, there's practically fucking everyone is above them. And then they go, oh, we've already got a little stadium. Yes, I know. And you don't fill it. And that's a bit like, well, shut up now. Biggest club in London. You're the biggest club in West London. Be proud of it.
Can we believe about that?
No, they are. They're bigger than Fulham. They're big. They are bigger than Fulham.
I know.
The other one that's been making me laugh, and I'm not rising to it, is Man City fans going, no one wants to play for Arsenal. Sorry, Rodri wants to leave now, does he? I'm hearing Rodri wants to leave, your captain's already left, and your manager's left. But no one wants to play for Arsenal. None of our players are leaving. Have you seen that? Pay attention, City. This is how it's done. And you're still in transition anyway. If we don't buy another left winger, then 11 completing with Trossard replacement. If we buy again and no big bids for 11, then you take Jesus slot in squad. I do think we will sign another winger. There's, every journalist is agreeing on that. I just don't know who it's going to be. I wouldn't hate it if we went out and bought Mika Götze, or I think if I could have the player I wanted, it would be Bradley Barcola. I don't know why this one's proving so difficult to do. He can't stay at Paris Saint-Germain, although they're not getting. I know Yan Diomande plays on the right, but he's apparently capable of playing on the left, and it might go to the wire, this transfer window. That's why me and Friends fans United pulled away strong. Stupid wages players won't give happiness freedoms, man. That feels like it should be a t-shirt. Stupid wages players won't give happiness freedoms, man.
That's it.
Peace out, man. Peace out.
With a one of those funny leaves in the background.
Or those kind of self-help guru things like always follow your own path. Yeah. Just, what's my favorite? One of my favorite lines was, sing till your throat hurts, dance till your feet hurt, act till your William hurt. That's tickled me. That has tickled. Right, Commonwealth Games. Never mind transfers. Fucking hell, who's winning the shot put? That's what I want to know. Which of the Commonwealth countries will outperform England? None, presumably. No. Seat of the Empire.
Canada. India.
Well, yeah.
Probably not India.
No, but India, you would expect to do better than us because it's got a massive population. If they put their hearts to it, they would wipe the floor with us and everything. You know, the most populous country in the world. Is there swimming in the Commonwealth Games?
I suppose there must be in Scotland, yeah.
Oh, God, in Scotland. So there's all is it the same as the Olympics, but just a fewer disciplines, no judo? And imagine if they did just very Commonwealth Games. Bit of cricket, bit of rugby.
Darts.
Oh, mate. Darts is
bar billiards.
Have you ever played bar billiards?
Oh, God, yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've never played it.
You never played it?
No, I've never played it.
No, it used to. Oh God, no, because I mean, I'm going back a couple of years or so now. When I was a young lad, and our local used to have a bar billiards table in there. So that was it. I used to go down to the pub with £2. Me and my mate, and
have a fish supper, 12 pints.
Yeah, I'd get 4 pints, buy a pack of the cigs. And play bar billiards.
Huh. We used to play pool. We used to play killer because one pool table Friday nights be full. So you put a pound in a jar, and everyone takes it in turns. And if you pot a ball, you can keep going. And if you don't, someone else takes your shot. And then I don't even really remember the rules to be honest, but it was a very boring game. And jukeboxes. That was where my money went. Beer, cigarettes, pool, and jukeboxes. And do you know what? Ooh, good game. Luke Watt says, when is England going to produce a good South Asian footballer? I always wondered ever since a kid. It's so true. It's so true. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why, to be honest with you. There's something, I don't know if it's opportunities or social pressures or role models don't exist. I don't know. But soon, eventually, you'd have to believe that. Has anyone ever thrown a shrimp on a barbie? No, I certainly haven't. I can't think of anything worse.
Or have you ever thrown Barbie on a shrimp?
I do like those, but I've never been to Australia. But you see the massive seafood they have. It's got to be brilliant. I just no, but I might throw a steak on the barbecue.
Have you ever seen those mantis shrimps?
No.
Nah, you don't want to mess with them because they're big bastards, and they have
guns.
You know what the mantis shrimps, praying mantis is like?
Yeah,
with its front legs.
Yes,
they have the same basic thing.
Yeah,
but it's like a bone needle instead, and they can do some damage with that.
Well, by the time I get anywhere near them, they'll be wishing they hadn't.
Yeah, but they're huge. I mean, they're like, I don't know, 14 inches long.
Yeah, I like my food unintimidating.
Yeah, I'll scare you.
Do you know what I mean? Genuinely, any minute now, a spider's going to drop down, and I'm going to give it the. Hey Dan, love these streams. Ever thought about doing streams where you share your screen and go through Twitter live as news breaks, reacting to transfer updates in real time with us? Could do if there's an appetite for it. I might. I did sort of think I might do something like that. Like I said, there will be a siren. The minute you see Vinícius Júnior has declined Arsenal, I will be doing a therapy session in here. As soon as something meltdown worthy, we'll have DEFCON 5. Read, and to DEFCON. I don't know which is the worst one, DEFCON 1 or DEFCON 5. I've never known. But whatever, it'll be like everyone congregate in the oubliette. We're just gonna let the war go on above us and just fucking emerge for the start of the new season. But but the thing is, I really appreciate the question because I'd love to if they're, if something happens, we'll be here. All right. If something breaking story, if Bruno Guimaraes is holding up the shirt, we'll be here. We'll do a show. But reading Twitter, it's just not something I can do, man. Like I don't even know how to navigate Twitter. I find it all so fucking boring, and people taking themselves. Do you remember when football used to just be a laugh?
Yeah.
Now it's people literally screaming at the screen. Like, you know, like it's all this stuff, isn't it?
This manager, this board, this fan base, the Cronkies. I want my dummy.
It's all that, and it seems okay. Like Lee Judge is going, I really like Morgan Rogers. It's like, fucking hell, how do you get into your 50s and not realize you don't get everything you like? Sometimes life disappoints you, kid.
I'm looking at Gooner News at the moment. Papers. Yeah, PSG value Barcola, 145 million.
Yep, that's a bit much. Is that euros though?
No, that's proper money.
Yep, that's a bit much. That's a little bit much.
That's way too much, isn't it?
Julian Alvarez would rather go to Barcelona, doesn't really want to come to Arsenal, and would be about 130 million. Vinnie Júnior must have woken up to the news that like we were interested in signing him and gone, yeah, but do I get a say in this? I'm not that fussed. Meanwhile, Bradley Barcola's like, I'd go to Liverpool, but they want 130 million. Liverpool probably pay it in the end. So who's left? Keenan Yildiz could be.
But then Liverpool are looking for someone on the right. They're not looking for anyone on the left, are they?
They've definitely been investigating Bradley Barcola all transfer window. It's not like they're massively happy with Cody Gakpo. I think they would go for someone on the left, and I think Bradley Barcola. But they are the apocryphal tale, aren't they? What to do in a transfer window? Yes, similar to Olympics, around 8 sports. Olympics needs 12 to 14. There's more than that. Millet, Chelsea football team should trip off. If I'm serious. Zanzi football transfers so long. Hatred spiteful. Big up yourself. Brian Burke. Massive elevations to yourself, sir. Fantastic to have you here. Everybody's been hitting the like buttons. It's been a like fest. We've even had duels. I can't wait to find out what that means, but it was a really beautiful moment. If you see Zanzi and I wearing ruby encrusted dressing gowns next show, you'll know what it was. Decisions? What the fuck is that? Sometimes I'm stumped. This is one such time. Yeah, I do go. Do you? Where do you source your news? Arsenal news.
Where?
Yes, that's a question. Well, I'm your source for Arsenal news.
Yeah.
Oh, you're screwed. In that case, we're after Vinny.
No, I look through Gooner News, basically. At the end of the day, have a stroll through that, see what's interesting, and it's just all basically talk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just waffle. In the comments, guys, I really want to see where are you. What is your? I mean, like you can say Twitter, but who's your account on Twitter? Hand of Arsenal has always been really good. He got a lot of shit for saying that we wanted Morgan Rogers. I think it's probably true that we did want Morgan Rogers at 80 million, but when stupid Chelsea. Here's a story from Football Fancast 3 hours ago. Arsenal, that's us, confident of agreeing personal terms to sign a £130 million player. Right, so this is my life. This is why I'm fed up with transfers. So you heard that title, right? How a 130 million star could transform Arsenal's attack alongside Vinícius Júnior. It is very rare in football nowadays that a story makes you stop in your tracks and think, wow. Arsenal's pursuit of Vinícius Júnior did exactly that. Pursuit's a bit much, isn't it? Pursuit is a bit much. Like calling it a pursuit. We seem to be pursuing him like I would pursue a tube train. I'm just waiting. If one turns up, I get on it. If it doesn't, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Right? That's not a pursuit as much as just sitting around waiting for it to happen.
Oh, hang on, Dan.
This breaking news story coming
No, I'm just pursuing the oubliette because I had a look at it.
Oh yeah, you had a look at it and broadly agreed that you'd quite like it.
Yes,
wonderful.
But there's no Tottenham fans in there at the moment.
None. Well, they're all too happy.
Yeah, I'll put all the jewels in there. That's why
they're going to win the league. Did you know?
Tottenham are.
Yeah, because it's nearly August. So August is obviously when it kicks off for Tottenham fans talking about winning the league, and then there's probably by about the 5th of September when they stop talking about it and say, well, we're still going to finish top 4, and then to Christmas where they say, well, Europe's good enough, and then they
can't because they're not in League One.
League No, they're not. You're right. That's very true. Yeah. So the Brazilian deal. So why Vinícius Júnior would be so transformative for Arsenal? These stories, there's just nothing here. It's just...
So is he the £130 million player?
No. The 130 million. Yeah, the 130 million pound player is, I believe, Julian Alvarez. But you have to read about 6 hours of crap to get to it. Oh no, beg pardon. Real close to a deal for Leipzig's Yann Diomande. It suggests they're preparing Vinny's exit. Arsenal hopeful of being the driver. Why Vinícius would be transformative? Because he's really good. Blah, blah, blah. Salah, blah, 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 blah. So they need a player capable of breaking down low blocks. They need a player capable of creating and scoring from out of nowhere. They need their own Haaland, their own Salah, obviously. While Arsenal's forward players have struggled for consistency in recent years, the Brazilian hero has certainly not. The 26-year-old scored 22 goals last term and assisted 10 and has a habit of producing regular goal involvements. That was his 5th consecutive term in which Vinícius has scored over 20 times. So I'm pretty sure he's good, right? If Arsenal, here we go. This is now, I've now scrolled. You know, my thumb's got a callus on it, scrolling. If Arsenal want to build a dynasty, and I think we want to build a dynasty, under Arteta, they should not stop at just the Brazilian, who they haven't started pursuing yet. They shouldn't stop at the player they haven't started with yet. But he'd be a remarkable signing by Andrea Berta and co. But he must not be the only remaining addition to the forward line, even if they do confirm the arrival of Christos Solis, even if they did. Yeah. Alongside Solis and Vinícius Júnior, the Gunners have looked at plenty of names from the aforementioned Diomande to PSG's Bradley Barcola. The feeling right now, however, is the Barcola will stay in Paris and that Diomande will head to Real Madrid, potentially as a chosen replacement for Vinnie. Should that move get done, it may well free up Arsenal to finalise the swoop. Arteta's attack, however, could be truly transformed. Yes, Julian Alvarez. Fucking read all of that. Just there's some.
So we're buying Alvarez for 130 plus Vinnie for whatever.
Say another 130,
yeah.
I mean, that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm in favour. Yeah. I'm broadly in favour of that. I'm just highly sceptical.
Yeah. I think we might be in for... I mean, if we did that, I think there might be a points deduction coming our way.
It's not my money.
That's right.
It's not your money. It's not my money. Points deduction. I don't care about that. Yeah. Just bring me the Premier League and then I'll be happy for an hour.
On another subject.
Yes.
I've been looking at what's happening at the Glasgow Sports. And apparently they've got a game there, which I think is highly, highly dangerous. It's power bowls. So I can only imagine that they're jumping out the plane with the parachute, holding a fucking ball, and they're going down. And from 1,000 feet, they're dropping it, thinking, did I get it near the jack?
I love that. With a parachute. Is that what you're saying? Or
yeah, and there's also power swimming as well. I'm not sure how that works.
That isn't going to work at all because you could get caught up in the parachute, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think we'll have to watch this. Hassan! Brilliant. Love it. Hit the likes. Hassan rated. Brilliant to have you, mate. Linking with Ryan Fraser in 2020 and now with Vinny. Oh my days, Company Gunners 2123. It's true. We have started to be linked with better players. But that so many of the Arsenal YouTubers were like, do you know what? It's just great to be linked with players like this. And I'm like, why is it? Like, you know, like you could just pretend you're linked with them and you're happy. Like this has the same end effect. We're linked with, we're thinking of bringing, you know, Kylian Mbappe in as well. In fact, we're thinking of just buying everyone at Real Madrid. Are you happy now? Oh, it's so nice to be linked. We're not linked. 130 should be the limit. I love that. Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate and say for the right player, I would pay more. For Jude Bellingham, I would pay more than 130 million. Why aren't we linked with Jude Bellingham by the same token? Surely there's a meeting at Arsenal and they sit around and go, would we? I mean, this is how it went. You know, they had their meeting. There wasn't much going on because Andrea Berta's there. And they're like, have you signed anyone else? I'm not even really looking at the moment. Goes, well, what if we need a left winger. What if Vinnie Júnior became available? Oh, yeah. Yeah, if he was available. Yeah, definitely sign him, yeah. And then everyone's like, oh, well, that's exciting. Yeah, if you like. But also then someone went, what about Jude Bellingham? Nah. Jude Bellingham give you 200 million for him. See what these jewels are worth. Put that towards it. I love great game pointed out clubs pushed by players. How for embracement team win silverware. I wait for a transfer to be signed, sealed, and delivered before I take any notice of it. At the minute, that's why you fit in here so well. That's what that's what we do here. We're a bit more kind of like, all right, like you can piss up my back and tell me it's raining if you want to. You know, we're definitely signing Vinny, are we? Well, he's not interested and they don't want to sell him. But you know, apart from that, we're all over it. Great. And yeah.
Did you see the interview with Solace?
Yeah, I did.
That's really good, actually, wasn't it?
Really like the guy.
Good. Yeah.
Really like the guy. I mean, like those videos are all getting a bit old for me as well. You know, were any players that you liked? Yeah. Well, I like a lot of Arsenal players. Yeah. And what are you hoping to do here? Make bank, you know, retire young, like fucking, I don't know, have a house party every night. I don't know. What do you think? I've come to win football matches. Donut. Wouldn't it be great if one player was a bit like that, like a Ronnie O'Sullivan type interview? You know, what are you excited to be here? Yeah, fucking chuffed, mate. You know, who are your Arsenal inspirations? Jack Onassis, he the guy who signs the wage bills every week. The guy who signs my check. I like him. And there's a woman in the canteen who looks a bit tasty. Apart from that, I'm not really, you know, I'm here to play football. No. What are you here for?
Can you give us an idea of who's actually played for Arsenal before?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, Terry who?
Terrence
Henry. I've heard of him. Yeah,
like loads of really good players in that. So what? You know,
yeah.
I was playing at Club Brugge. They sold me. I'm here now. Let's get it on. Let's do it. Do you think you're going to score loads of goals? Yeah. What kind of a prick would I be if I stood here now and said, not really? I'm punching hopelessly above my weight. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I'm surprised you signed me. I'll just do a Fabio Vieira. I'll probably be in Hamburg in about a year's time. Like, what do you want them to say? They all say the same fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm just going to do exactly what Ozil did. I'll play well for a couple of years and then fuck it. You know?
Yeah. Like, you know, I'm on bucks, man. I'm on 100 grand a week.
I should buy one of them little yappy dogs and I shall carry it around like that.
Carry it around and have coffee in Primrose Hill because I'm the last person who can afford it. Right, Diamanda joining Madrid is interesting. It is interesting to me. That I think he's a red hot prospect. He looked great. I didn't see that much of him in the World Cup. I wouldn't want Arsenal to spend that kind of money, but Real Madrid, that's not even a lot of money for them, is it? Even 160 million. I would definitely pay 160 million for Jude. Vinnie Júnior coming to Arsenal wouldn't be that surprising. Are we forgetting Ozil and Bergkamp? It would be quite surprising. It would be quite surprising. And no, I'll never forget the day we signed Bergkamp. That I don't think I've ever been as excited by a signing as I was. But it's either Ian Wright or Dennis Bergkamp were the two most exciting signings of my life. Everything else has been.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was the signing of Ozil, and I think it was the then Tottenham manager. I can't remember who it was now. And he tried to block it.
Bless
him. I can't think who it was.
It must have been cold there in our shadow. Now shut up. Damn, with all transfers, we should wait and see. Players agree on medical before then. Yeah, exactly. Bruno Guimaraes, I would say I'm giving that an 8 out of 10 likelihood for happening now.
Can you imagine if someone comes for a medical, and they go through his medical, and then they go and see Burton and say, "What was his medical like?" She says, "He's absolutely fucking shit. He's crap. Can't do anything. Can't jump. Can't run."
Do you not remember Kim Karlstrom? They did the medical.
Broken arm, broken back,
A broken back. Oh well, we'll sign him anyway. Oh, what am I doing a fucking medical for? Then I could have had the afternoon off. Like, that's pretty serious. He's got a broken, you can't play football with a broken back. He can't play football without a broken back. It's all right, shit anyway. I just signing someone. We just needed, do you know what I mean? I don't know. Are we committing mail fraud or something? I don't know. We just wanted a player. Like, we've got a player. Also, it's alliterative. KK. I loved it. Let's do it. Oh,
well, I've seen an even more dangerous sport than the power bowls.
Yeah.
Powerlifting. Can you imagine getting there, back of the plane, you're picking up a 400-pound weight?
Yeah.
Like,
all I can hope is that, first of all, that they've adjusted the parachute accordingly. Because otherwise you're just going to have a parachute flailing above you as you fall, hurtling to the ground.
That's a Roman candle style.
But it's very hard to lift from that point. I don't know what's going on there. No. Jose says, I think this is better than the last links with Wenger in the past. You almost signed Ronaldo. I know. My favourite almost signed was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan doesn't do auditions. Well, we just want to do a trial. No, I don't do trials. Right. Okay, well, thanks then. Fuck, we let him go. We nearly signed.
I can remember when Wenger went to see Kylian Mbappe's parents.
Yeah.
And everyone was going, we're going to sign Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, I really thought we were going to. I've always had a soft spot for Kylian Mbappe ever since that, because I've always thought maybe it could still happen, because then obviously he went from Monaco to Paris Saint-Germain for that stupid amount of money. But it was a year after we were supposed to sign him, so he stayed at Monaco for an extra year. It was not meant to be. Since I've been a fan, my most exciting signing was Sanchez. That's fair. I think that's probably, I wasn't as excited by that one, but turned out to be a fantastic signing. Heard about that. I don't know if it was a manager or not, but Tottenham did try to interfere in the transfer. Always trying to do something, aren't they? Tottenham. Please, can we be relevant? No. Oh, what if we buy loads of players? Yeah, they'll turn out shit. That's what you do.
In fact, it wasn't the Tottenham manager. It was the Tottenham, one of their directors. Begins with a B. Maybe. Or might not be.
So someone who might or might not be one of the Tottenham managers or backroom staff.
No, it wasn't the manager. It was. In fact, it could have been the chairman, actually.
Daniel Levy.
No, before that.
All great players has happened. Rehabilitation has gone. Plans a lot of time not gone. I don't know what that means. Alan Hudson never had a medical when he joined Arsenal and had been injured since Easter 1970. He could only play on soft pitches because of an ankle injury stepping in a hole at the Hawthorns. Fucking hell, the pitches were different then, weren't they?
Fucking hell.
What about Mikel Merino when he signed and then he broke his arm in training? And you're like, what? How do you break your arm in training, for fuck's sakes? Oh, Gabby lifted him up or something. No, Gabby. Yeah. No. Put him down.
Yeah. Drop. No, you're not fetching him.
Talk amongst yourselves. That's hitting me. Drop.
Yeah. There's Martinelli. He's small. Go fetch.
Catch him. Yeah, fucking good luck. No wonder Martinelli's so fast. Fuck the ball. I'm getting away from him. Throw the ball at him. Oh, brilliant. Ozil was the most exciting signing because of how unexpected it was. And we were in Europa League back then. So Vinnie Júnior signing isn't that far-fetched. It's not far-fetched. I would say this. I don't think it's happening. But if he leaves Real Madrid, put a short list together of the places he can go in Europe. Bayern Munich, probably couldn't afford his wages. He's not going to Barcelona. Atletico Madrid can't afford him. Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. There's about 7 or 8 clubs. No one in Italy is paying his wages, are they? So of course we're getting mentioned that we might sign Vinnie Júnior because I can't think of anyone else who could possibly afford him. Martinelli gets dissed everywhere. I love Martinelli, truthfully. I really love him. I think he's a proper Arsenal player, and I hate how much fans have turned on him. But I'm also not going to pretend that he's had a great 2 seasons. He's great in the Champions League last season.
That's it. It was Daniel Levy, because he phoned up Real Madrid president Florentino Perez in trying to stop Mesut Ozil being signed by Arsenal.
Yeah, not the first time he was a completely hopeless idiot. So let me have a quick look. Something occurred to me. So Vinícius Júnior. Let's do this. Because people don't, everyone's. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to just look up the numbers and then I'll say something. And then I don't have to say anything if turns out I'm full of shit. But I have an idea that I want to just check. Obviously, Vinnie Júnior and Martinelli are Brazilian teammates. Yeah.
Okay. So is Martinelli.
That's what I said. Martinelli and Júnior
are
teammates.
Vinnie, yeah.
And they both play off the left. In Europe last season. Okay. Hear me out. All right, let me see if I can find out. Have I got it? This is going to be like this. If this doesn't get conversation going, right, get ready. Get in the comments section. Get ready to berate me. You can all laugh at me and write laughter emojis and tell me what a twit I am. What an absolute idiot I am. I can't find the hear me out thing, so we're just going to go without it. Hang on. Right. Vinícius Júnior, hear me out. Martinelli's a better left winger than Vinícius Júnior. Now, I'm only saying that because last season in the Champions League, obviously Martinelli got to the final. Vinícius Júnior didn't. But Vinícius Júnior played 1,170 minutes in the Champions League last season and scored 5 goals. Martinelli played 704 minutes and scored 6 goals. So what do you make of that? Okay, so 5 assists to 2 assists, but we all know that Martinelli is not the sort of player to look up and pass the ball to you. But do we need to spend hundreds of millions on apparently the world's best left winger when, he's just stat padding? He's getting his goals in Spain and they're all rubbish, apart from the national team, which are quite good. Diamande has said that he much prefers the left. Curious where he'll play. I keep seeing this, Woodpit. He does keep saying this, but when does he ever play on the left? 2 seasons. He's only played the 2 seasons I looked at. He'd only played on the right. But this is what I've heard as well, that he wants to play on the left. Mad. At that age, you should be shut and play what you're told. I'll be honest, my only gripe is a Nelly fan club. I'm like, he's not a bum, but he's not freaking Farah. So FFS, just let it be. He's good, but you're in exactly the right place, Hassan. The thing is how I feel. It's like they make you jump from one extreme to the other. It's absolutely okay to say that Martinelli is not the best left winger in Europe. But you can also say he's not a scrub either. He's not shit. He scored important goals for us and he's got a brilliant attitude. Does a lot of defensive work. No, I would much rather have Kvaratskhelia on the left wing. But when you start seeing that Martinelli scored more goals in the Champions League than Vinícius Júnior, and Vinícius Júnior is £615,000 a week, and Martinelli isn't. National team, he plays left. I looked that up as well. In the World Cup, he played on the right. Am I going mad? I thought I don't know very much about him, so I'm not pretending that I do. But when Cote d'Ivoire played Norway, he was playing on the left. But I thought when I looked at it that he did play on the left. No, he absolutely did play on the left for the Ivory Coast. Cote d'Ivoire. Did we ever get a resolution? Why is it the Cote d'Ivoire and not the Ivory Coast?
No.
No connais pas. Right. Can remember days when pay fee 80 grand. Well, no, I don't remember that, but I do remember. Mind you, we probably paid about 200,000 for Steve Bold or Lee Dixon, didn't we? It was all that. I remember John Jensen was $1 million. Big money. That was a waste of fucking money.
That's the same as money as Trevor Francis. That was.
Yeah, just about 15 years later. I don't either. Just looked it up a while ago. I just looked it up. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. He does play on the left for Côte d'Ivoire. But isn't it a bit mad that he's had 2 good seasons? He looks the part, but like 100 million, I wouldn't be that sure. I'm glad we're not in that. But I was surprised where people were talking about him as a left winger, I guess just from the World Cup. I'd Kvara as number 1 winger right now. Vinnie is a close second, but would he adapt to Arsenal the way that Henry did? That's a prudent concern. Yes, it is a prudent concern. And I agree with you, by the way. I think the best left winger in world football right now is not Vinnie Júnior. It's Feature Kvaratskhelia. I think he's clear of everyone. He has magic moments in him, work rate. Love watching him run with the football. Slightly better than Martinelli in that regard. Killer through ball. Gets around the back of defenders. He must be hell to play against because he go outside, inside, and has a lethal finish on him. I think he's really happy playing for Luis Enrique at the best club in the world. 2 times. I don't know if there's an immediate urge for him to leave, sadly. I do like that Arsenal are linked with all these players, but I'd rather it was the players coming out and saying, look, there is a certain level of player like Bruno Guimaraes or Victor Gyökeres that do go, I just really want to play for Arsenal. But we're not quite at the stage yet where Kylian Mbappe is kicking Florentino Perez's door in and going, oh, fuck this, I want to play for Arsenal. Or Vinnie Júnior wakes up and goes, oh, I'm linked with Arsenal. Right, better put that right. I'm not going there. Do you know what I mean? I just wish we weren't quite at that level. Diamante, can't say much there. Too little info, not enough to really assess. That's how I feel. I obviously saw him in the World Cup, but that was pretty much it for me. Haven't seen Benny from Berlin for a while. He's obviously having a summer holiday, but he might watch more German football than I did last season. Football need to get caps realised clause, great players contracts. Thing is, football's a mental business because as much as the money coming into football increases, salaries increase proportionally to meet them. So all the money ends up and I'm not criticising that. I'm glad the players get all the money, who should get all the money in football. But at the same time, it just means that the costs go up. The clubs don't have anything to really spend. Look at this. Gary from Hello. Why is one capitalised and not the other? Do you think he's just hurriedly written hello? By now, you'd think he'd have it written.
It's not just that. It's the fact that he's capitalised the wrong one as well.
That's what I'm saying. The first one is not. And do you know what I mean? Like, and also, by now, given that's his standard greeting, you just have it somewhere you can cut and paste it, no?
Yeah, I don't think you really need to cut and paste hello.
Well, if he's going to make mistakes,
that's true.
If you're not, if your eye's off the ball, Gary, we can't have you on the left wing, mate.
He could do so much more with that hello. Jazz it up a bit.
Why isn't there at least an exclamation mark?
Yeah, and quotation marks as well.
Yeah, I mean that's Yuji. We want more, Gary. Put some elbow. He's not here anymore.
Maybe a little heart and some fanfares and stuff like that.
Yeah, just something pithy. Something to bring value to the
musical instrument, like a trumpet or something like that.
Yeah, trumpet, aubergine.
Probably not an aubergine, mate.
Not an aubergine.
No.
An eggplant.
Probably not even that.
Look,
it has different connotations, doesn't it?
It does. Look, do you know what? If you want to see what status Gary's achieved with as a regular at the Adams Arms, that's the first time I've seen Lucky Singh spell a name right.
Yeah, and capitalise it properly as well.
Properly. It's like proper grammar and everything. Some pundits, Wayne Rooney, Joe Hart, Michael Richards, Mika Richards, I think you got auto-corrected there, mentioned this now. I'm not in favour of player wage caps, sorry. I'm not in favour of anything, really. I stop fucking with football, everyone. Just let it be. Let it be. And also, can it be a bit less popular than it is now? I just want it to be a bit less popular. I want it to be a bit less mainstream. I want to wake up to a world where there isn't a new person doing another YouTube channel going, thank you for being here. I'm going to be talking about whether Arsenal should sign Vinícius Júnior or not. And then pulls up and reads from a tweet and goes, so that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think, and then move on. I just want, I want Saint and Greavesy back. We are the new Saint and Greavesy. Actually, that's not really working because I know suddenly thought you'd probably be Greavesy, and I don't really want to be Ian St. John.
No, I'll be Ian St. John because you're the one who's always drinking, aren't you?
And I didn't get picked for the starting 11 of the 1996 World Cup.
And that means I can do my Scottish accent as well.
We better have a radical rethink of this before Rosie turns up. Shit.
Well, it's either that or Portuguese. Sorry, Brazilian.
Brazilian! Oh, thank you. Can you say, welcome to Arsenal, Vinícius Júnior?
Oh, I was actually looking at this, and that...
You've been practicing. I love it.
Yeah, no, because to speak in Portuguese, you have to add an E at the end of the thing. So you say Portuguese. So it's welcome. You do. You say,
I feel like you're going to try and sell me a carpet in the East End.
Yeah. Oh, you're the carpet guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Portuguese.
There you go.
Welcome to Arsenal. Welcome to us. See, neither of us can do it.
Welcome to Arsenal, yeah.
Welcome me.
Vinícius Júnior.
It is a bit like Grandad in Only Fools and Horses saying he can speak German. What is your name?
I was thinking about that.
I learned a bit of German after the war. Yeah. What is your name?
It's the look on their faces.
I know.
What is your name?
I've got to fucking watch some of that. I haven't watched that in years. That is such a good idea. I might do that after the show, actually. There you go. Satan Greavesy, we're tops. Oh, we should do a little thing. Yeah, look, we are Satan Greavesy. We're your Satan Greavesy, mate. And I've managed a coveted Greavesy spot. It's a funny old game. Arsenal are expected to accelerate talks to sign Bruno Guimaraes from Monday onwards. It's so true. The language, any more accelerating and we're going to end up crashing. I know, we're going to slow down. Woo, woo. We're accelerating to actually making an offer. You know? Did you go and buy the shopping from the supermarket? No, I'm accelerating towards that. It's like, yeah. No, I sent you to get beans. Did you get the beans? Things are moving along well. I'm accelerating towards making an offer for the beans. What do you mean? Just go and buy the beans. Where internal discussions have happened. We've been talking through intermediaries. Just buy them. It's not as simple as that.
Yeah. We're having to wait for the lad from the aisle to see if he's actually got the beans that we want as well.
Yeah, we might not have we might, and also while we were thinking about beans, we thought we might also get spaghetti hoops. So we're gonna see what I don't like spaghetti hoops. You did a face there like you actually like spaghetti hoops. There's nothing to like about spaghetti hoops.
No, there isn't really.
They are just awful.
What about the tins of ravioli?
Yeah. Do you hear me out?
No.
I miss them. I haven't had them. No, mate. I don't know what the meat in there is. I don't want it tested. But we used to get them at school, and I do remember buying tins of it. Not often. Premature acceleration. Fucking brilliant, this chat. These are the best. Right, so Dan, I hope World doesn't use AI. I think they are using AI. Evening, gents. Flybury's here. Get in. Or Greavesy and Dickie Davis. Are you more Dickie Davis? I don't know. No, you're Ian St. John. Don't do the accent, though, for God's sakes. No, I'd quite like it. It's basically a hostelry for the hopeful, a place where football can be fun. We're not taking ourselves too seriously. But the rest of football is. The rest of football has become life and death, hasn't it? It's like anger, frustration. Like, so what? You know, like, what if we don't sign a left winger? Oh, I don't know. The apocalypse. Maybe nuclear holocaust, something like that. I don't know. What if we don't win the league? Well, it'd be just like all the other times we've won the league and not won it straight away afterwards. Gives us character, doesn't it, Zanzi?
Yeah, apparently Arsenal are interested in a £40 million move for Tottenham's Christian Romero.
No, they're not. I veto that. Veto. Zanzi, I'm using my right of veto. My Danny DeVito. No to Christian Romero. I mean, are we just trying to sign all the shit houses? Is that what's happening? Bruno Guimaraes. Everybody who's ever been red carded against us or chinned one of our players. Do you think that's what's happening? We'll have that fucking prick that just retired from Brighton, the dickhead that tried to kick Declan Rice and then got him sent off when he touched the football.
Yeah.
I've forgotten his name now. I think on purpose. Zanzi reckon they were all in cars. They timing Arsenal's 0-60 with a calendar. But do we need to? I mean, I do think. Why do you think it is, the Millet? I think it's because we're seeing what happens with deals like Alvarez and Vinnie Júnior and I mean, all right, Kate. I don't think we're signing in those, but the reality is as simple as this. There is potentially a possibility that Real Madrid will have to sign Vinnie Júnior because they can't come to terms with contract. I think they will, but what if they don't? Then you don't want to have... Last time we bought Gyökeres and suddenly Alexander Isak was available. I think we got the better of the deal in the end, but at the time I didn't. Oh dear. God. No, and no to that neo-Nazi prick Romero. I'm with you, mate. I'm 100% with you. I want nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him at all, thank you. No, don't want him. Don't need him anyway. John Stones, that's gone quiet. I wanted him.
That seemed quite a good deal, actually, doesn't it?
Free transfer? Plays
free of charge. All right. You're not going to be playing for a hell of a lot, mate, but you're free because as soon as he was fit, mate.
Yeah, good. You know, he's won things. He's a top-rated player. I think we could do a lot worse. We have done a lot worse. He's no Senderos. Keep him and Fernandes away from Arsenal. Yeah. Not that Pratt in the Hat, Christian Romero. Come on. Look, that's been a unifying idea, hasn't it? Put in the comments if you'd like to sign Christian Romero. When I hear Arsenal are accelerating a deal, I can't help but think they're going at the speed limit or under. Yeah, it's accelerating. It's not quite. It's a little bit like. Yeah, it feels a little bit not like necessarily a Formula One car accelerating. Maybe a shopping trolley, you know?
That's it.
Also, what does that... BX Gunner 8129 for I can only vocalize my disappointment in guttural sounds. What for? What would you sign him for? Do you need some guttering done or something?
I can't even think where he plays.
Tottenham, centre back.
No, is he centre back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Dickhead.
He's not the centre back I'd sign from Tottenham.
No, he's not. Well, there isn't a centre back I'd sign. Well, you're thinking.
Van der Ven.
Yeah, but he's quick, but that's it.
Yeah.
His speed gets him out of problems. His stupidity gets him into. That's what he is for me. He's like, oh, fucking, I've done it again. Better catch him. Oh, caught him. But listen, no, I'm not signing centre-backs from a club that's been 17th twice in a row. Stones maybe in the Cups and 8 out of 10 games, maybe a couple of UCL games short. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. We all agree on John Stones is a good backup player. I like shithousing players. There's shithousing and then there's shit. Christian Romero is just a shit player. You're not getting any of the housing with him.
No. Maybe a tent.
Yeah, possibly a yurt. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's a bit posh in that.
Yeah, it is a bit. I know, but you know, it's football in the 21st century, mate. They've all gone a little bit glamping, haven't they? No one from Tottenham. Although Bergvall, I'd be tempted. Roberto De Zerbi's come out on a strong line on Bergvall. So if you don't want to be here, leave. He said, that's what I'm fucking trying to do, you donut. What kind of a fucking thing is that to say? It's like if you come home and your missus is packing, so I'm leaving you. Well, get out then. Yeah, no, okay, that is how that works. Yes, donut. So shithousing players are good when they have half a brain and aren't praying for the Third Reich. I don't know too much about his politics, but I am happy to jump in on that one and agree with you that he is a neo-Nazi. I know that's defamation of character, and I'm speaking from a position of ignorance. But this is YouTube. He's washed. I don't like him. I really don't like him. Don't like him. And don't like anything about him. Don't want him anywhere near our club. Enzo Fernandez, another one. I wouldn't take him if it was a free transfer. Just shitheads. I don't think there is an Argentine player apart from Julian Alvarez who is lovely. But even I've sort of gotten a bit lukewarm on him.
The only thing which really worries me about Alvarez is the amount of goals he doesn't score.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. You are hoping that his general ability improves on what was a bad season.
Yeah, but just generally. I mean, his last season with Man City, I think he scored 8 goals or 11 goals, something like that.
No, I think that was in half a season.
No, but in 30. I know he was sort of like second string to the Gonk, wasn't
he? Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say that Erling Haaland is the best striker in world football, apart from when he played us in the final. So let's have a look at his career. He scored 19 goals in his last season at Man City in 54 appearances. In the Premier League, you might be talking about in the Premier League. Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, in the Premier League, 9. Yeah, 11. So yeah, you're right. 36, 20 goal contributions in 36 games. It's not great. I know I said this to you before, but in his first season at Atletico Madrid, he scored 29 goals in 54 appearances. He has it in him. 22-23 season, he scored 17 goals. He was instrumental in helping Man City win. I take him. I think there is, with Alvarez, I know we've talked about it before because you've made the strong point before that his stats don't add up. But I've always said, look, it's an eye test thing. I just like him as a player. I'm ready to be wrong. I'm ready to be wrong, but I would definitely take him. I think anything around 130 million seems to be a fair price for him at the moment, given the interest. But he doesn't really want to come, so that's put me off him anyway. I take.
That shot he took against us in the Champions League, which hit the crossbar. I think it's 0-0 at this time, wasn't it? Sorry, just got to quietly die.
Jose says I'd take a clinical attacker over anything. I like Junior Krupi. Who's a clinical attacker though? We're talking Victor Osimhen, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe. Don't seem like there's Harry Kane. He plays up in the opposition half sometimes. I've seen him up there. That song they sang on the bus, I understand enough Spanish to know we got the polite version. It's not false, but not complete. I just fucking hated that. I hated the way it was reacted to. I think it's not good enough. It's like when people say really abhorrently nasty things and then go, sorry. Go, well, that's okay then, if you're sorry. So no, I don't want anything to do with any of them. Was Alvarez on the bus when they sang that drivel? I'm saying no. He's a lovely young man. He's not like the rest of them. 100 plus on Gyökeres is bonkers. 100 plus Gyökeres, yeah, it would be. That would be a little bit mental. I don't think there's any truth in that either. I haven't been able to substantiate that. A lot of people saying that we've offered a swap deal, but Gyökeres is on the trip. We're playing Girona. When are we playing? I'm looking it up now. Tell him a story. I'm looking something up. Oh, I've realised I've got a terrible cold or something coming on now. We're going to wrap this up quite soon so I can get a good night's sleep and finish off my hot toddy. When's our game? When are we doing the watch-alongs? Come on, Arsenal. I'm going to say this now. You guys let me know if I'm missing anything. Oh, it's Saturday the 1st of August. Bloody hell. That's Saturday. We've got a game on Saturday. Flipping hell, mate. Yeah, Messi or Alvarez are the only Argentines I'd have. Yeah, I am on that with you. I wouldn't have Messi now, though.
No.
Plays centre forward as natural 9 or 10. Hirona, you're absolutely right. Saturday at 7 o'clock. Watch along. Watch along. We've got to beat Hirona, or the fans will be in meltdown. Do you think Vinny will be playing by then? Do you think we'll have Maradona playing by then?
And Pele.
Is George Best going to be in the team by then, do you think?
And Cruyff.
No, I heard that Cruyff's going to Barcelona. Hope so. One reason I respect Maradona is that he had many faults, no doubt, but he wasn't like these guys. He was nowhere near this low or vile. Yeah, I mean, I love Maradona. I am a massive Maradona fan. I can't remember him ever being racist. I think he just, he was everybody. I saw, when Maradona, they showed an interview with Maradona when they were talking about his handball. He goes, you know what, England, you wouldn't have won the World Cup in '66 if it wasn't for that dodgy Russian linesman. And you never talk about it. These things happen. There is something in the mentality of the Argentine squads that we've seen play in World Cups where winning is more important than not cheating. And they let themselves down really badly, and they let football down really badly. And Spain deserved to win and did win, and that's all very well. So when people are saying to me, "Oh, there's a conspiracy to have Argentina win the World Cup," it's like, if it really was a conspiracy, it didn't work. So it's okay, isn't it? This is a fucking brilliant question. Love this question. That's getting a star. Can a moments player thrive in today's game? Was everything judged by goal volume? And extrapolate that out. Everything now is a player like Ronaldo, where it's all stats. Whereas when you watch Dennis Bergkamp or George Best or Diego Maradona, it's so much more than stats going on. It was the love of the game. It was Ronaldinho in those 2 seasons where he was imperious, and you're just watching him do things. You just like that. And nowadays people go, yeah, but what did he win? It doesn't mean anything if you didn't. Yeah, Kai Havertz might have been one of only 2 players ever to score in a Champions League final for Arsenal, but didn't mean anything. It's shit. Doesn't count. He can't be heralded. It can't be celebrated. He's a shithead. That's what football's become. And I think for us lot, what Jose's question brilliantly gets to the heart of is we want Santi Cazorlas. We want Santi Cazorla on the pitch. What did he win? FA Cups. But I love him. He was an entertainer. He turned football from being a sort of everything, best medical teams, margins, 10 seconds here, 1 second here, diet, eating well, all of that. The Ronaldo thing of keeping yourself in immaculate condition, being perfect, everything's about you. And then you look at someone like Santi Cazorla and it's socks around his ankles. I'll never forget that. Like, there's a couple of times I saw this, but shit, who were we playing? Where Santi's taking a corner, and I think it was Koscielny shouts over to him, and then he just changes and he takes it with his other foot, and you're just like, I fucking love this player. He can do everything. He's short, squat, like not particularly agile, not fast, but those dribbles when he goes through 5 or 6 players through the midfield, and you're like, it's just your heart's going. This is just football at its best.
I have to admit, out of the last 15 years, the one player I would have loved Arsenal to sign would have been Jorginho.
The one, which Jorginho? Oh, the little Middlesbrough kid.
No, Jorginho.
No,
Ronaldinho. Sorry,
Ronaldinho. Yeah, Ronaldinho. Yeah.
Yeah, because he always plays football with a smile on his face.
Mate, it's football at a different level.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's like maybe that's what's missing. So a lot of these young YouTubers are like, they just need it. We need a Max Dowman to become another Santi Cazorla or a Jack Wilshere. because he had the same thing. Jack Wilshere had that kind of, I like football. I enjoy football. Let's play some football. We're playing football. When are we playing football? That kind of, none of this eat well, sleep well. It's like, Jack Wilshere standing there at the FA Cup parade going, what do you think at Tottenham? I like that in my footballers. I want more of that.
When we had that fabulous side of 2004, there were some of the games there, because quite often we would be like 2-3-4 up at half time, and that was it. And some of the stuff we were producing, I would be watching it, laughing, because I'm thinking, how I mean, I can remember once it was Henri was on the right hand side, and he's like nearish the touchline, and he's about 5 yards from the penalty, where the penalty box would have been, and he's standing there, and the player runs past him, and another Arsenal player, and he lifts his right foot back and kicks the ball with a standing foot to the player. I'm thinking, how the fuck did he do that?
They were taking a piss. They like exactly what you're saying is that's my recollection of just enjoying it. You just enjoy the matches. But do you remember that Pires Henri penalty kick?
Oh God, yeah.
Trying to be clever. That's how much it. That is just, it was ridiculous. But you do kind of go, oh, come on, guys. Two of the most talented footballers ever to wear our shirt, and they fuck up a penalty. Do you know what I mean? Just something as stupid as that is absolutely brilliant. Maradona was too goofy to be racist. I think Maradona, I've listened to a lot of his interviews. He is actually brighter than people give him credit. And it's so tortured as well, his drug addiction and his problems and his despair and his health concerns. And I think he was too good to be a racist. I think he was too intelligent. That's what I would say. Martinelli is a moments player. But then there aren't enough of those moments, are there? But when he's instinctive, we've talked about this before, haven't we, Santi? Like when he does things without thinking, he's brilliant. But unfortunately, if the ball takes 2 seconds to get to him, he's already fucked up, hasn't he? Goofy, I'm not sure about that. He was outspoken and could be colourful, but goofy isn't a word. I agree with you, Hassan. I don't see him as goofy at all. I thought he's said some great things. The banter he has about Pele as well is, oh, everyone loves Pele. Yeah, he's a really good guy. Diego Maradona was, if there was another player like that and we could have him at Arsenal, that would,
Well, we have Max Diamond.
Well, exactly, yeah. Ronaldinho, who's I'd have loved Payer's showmanship at Arsenal. Yeah, I liked him. It went a bit weird with him, though, didn't it? Ronaldinho is my favourite player of all time. Good choice. Really good choice.
Who was the West Ham player? I think it was.
Yeah.
And they were on the attack, and one of their opposition players went down in the box or something like that, and he caught the ball.
Oh, yeah. Paolo Di Canio.
Yeah. Now, he did stuff which was like,
his goal, his scissor kick goal.
Oh God, yeah,
is still one of the best goals I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone do that since. Like that was just, what the fuck? How's he done that? Like,
but then,
it's just
when he pushed the referee as well.
Yeah, he had that madness. He was a beautiful footballer. But that moment where he catches the ball because the player's injured, I loved him for that. And I think he was Harry Redknapp was actually his manager then. He was like, Paolo, no. We scored those.
When he caught the bloody ball.
But that's the spirit we're talking about. Like that's a perfect reminder of exactly what we're talking about, is people for whom this is a game.
You know what? I could imagine in today's game, he would have been booked for doing that.
Oh, fucking VAR would have interfered or some shit like that.
Yeah, but VAR, sorry, you should have booked him for that.
Yeah, he's caught the ball. That's handball. Send him off. Send him home. No dinner. Ronaldinho played with a smile because he had spent the previous night in a bar having a lap dance. Yeah. He's living his best life, man. That would have been amazing. To this day, I maintain that Messi or CR7 can't be the best because Ronaldinho was another level. Shame he didn't keep up with the fitness and discipline. This is it, isn't it? The game has now become, you're talking about academies, players from 8 years old, told what to do. I mean, you think about when Arsene Wenger came to Arsenal, the Tuesday Club, we used to go on the beers, go on a Tuesday because we didn't have we didn't have to train for a couple of days, so we get on the beers. What I loved was what's the goalkeeper's name? Crossley, talking about Brian Clough. He goes, "Oh, we didn't train." It was like coming on a Monday and like see you Thursday. So you trained once a week? He goes, yeah. And then he just put a ball in the dressing room and go, keep that on the ground. That's just fucking, it is different times. I saw a Di Stefano. Someone's got clips of Di Stefano and they go, how is this player the best player in the world? And he does look so shit, but the balls are heavier and he does this really old man kind of step over. And you think he's probably had 5 cigarettes at half time. He has got no sports diets. Even Gaza, like you're talking about the earliest Premier League games, and we had to play like Gaza. Was like his pre-match meal would be fish and chips in a Mars bar or a can of Coke. Things have changed nowadays. Who is it who's saying this? Who's saying nowadays to be a professional footballer, you're an athlete. You just have to be able to run very fast and very well. Like there's none of the George Best, Letitia wouldn't make it now. And I think we've lost something for that. Maybe maybe football can become less interesting to multi-millionaires and we just go back to the good old days of people having a cigarette at half-time and coming out going, walking football. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Turn it all into walking.
Did you ever see that thing? I think it is Mark Crossley when he signed for Forest.
Blank contract in front of him. He put a blank sheet of paper in front of him.
No, it was... It was Cloughie phoned him up, and he
hello,
went round.
Shit house. Yeah, you're coming to play for me.
No, he says, I want you to go and play for me, brother's team or something.
No,
like that.
It was his son's Sunday league team.
That's it. Yeah.
He brought him in. He said, "Bring your glove, bring your boots, and preferably your gloves. Yeah. You're playing." And then he played and got fined. Because he's a ringer, he's a professional footballer. You can't just join it. And Cloughie made him pay the fine out of his wages. It's like no. But my favourite Crossley one is when he's gone, I want you to sign that contract. And he's got a piece of paper, it's got nothing on it. He goes, that's right, sign it. Or you won't play for me. And he's just signed it. I mean, like football, let it not become too superstar sports, like everyone's amazing. I just have some personality. I love our team actually because I think we do still hit that. We still have the players with personality. Declan Rice is still a G for me. Like, Gabriel. We've got characters. I love it. Ronaldinho is a popular.
But I mean, for me, the one player I always watch when we score a goal is Saliba because he just goes up.
Yeah, he's the best celebration. Yeah, I love him. We got, Saka's brilliant. I just love our team. But this is getting a lot of traction. Absolute baller, Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho, I think, like when you love football, you've got to love Ronaldinho. You can't not. Wasn't in it for longevity. Lived the moment. Literally won everything with a God-given talent and played with the right spirit. I love it. Do you see David Seaman? I saw an interview recently where David Seaman was like, because obviously Ronaldinho scored that free kick against him. And he goes, at the time, he was like, I did it on purpose. So then they played best 11, but rest of the world versus, I don't know who the teams were, but Seaman was in goal and Ronaldinho went over to take a free kick from a similar position. So David Seaman went and stood under the crossbar like that and go and do it again. And Ronaldinho kicked the ball miles off and he was like, yeah, you see, tried it. Yeah. Love football. Love football for the people. Love football for the madness. It's not all about silverware, see? I just watched a BBC World Cup 90 documentary. Gaza was sensational. I never saw that tournament. That was my favourite tournament. Still my favourite tournament. Probably still my favourite tournament. It was fucking brilliant because, now you look back on it and everyone did really well. We got heroes welcome and so close to getting to the final that we would have definitely won. That was a shit Argentina side. Gary Lineker, and there were players in there, the Waddle when he's nearly scored against Germany in the first half, the Paul Parker and, some like Stuart Pearce. Beardsley. Hey, play football, man. It's great. You'd fucking love these guys. Barnes. We had... It was just at that point before football became really popular. we'd come out of the dark years at the end of the 80s where we couldn't play in Europe and no one wanted to know. And there was times where we thought we were going to get banned from the World Cup. We had the fight between the Irish fans and the English fans in the run up to it. The trouble in 88. All of the problems and the hooliganism and the shit stadiums and the fences and the fucking, everything was dark and gloomy. And then 1990, Pavarotti, this extraordinary soundscape. La, na, 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 na. The lights of Turin and like just the beauty of those moments and Gaza sparkling. He was just something else. He was a bit like Rooney when he broke in to the senior. The young players that just have this, I'm just the best at what I do. And he was so brilliant and just took the fight to every team we played against. His ball into Platz spinning to score against Belgium. God, I'm so love football for that.
Oh, no, when Gaza got booked in the semi-final.
Oh, the heartbreak, the emotion. Yeah. That look that Lineker gives, he goes, like he's just like he's gone. Talk to him. And Bobby Robson's like, oh, come on. My favorite Bobby Robson story. This is absolutely classic. In the dressing room, and Bobby Robson with the England players is like, oh, I've lost my phone. Help me find my phone. And they're all looking around the dressing room for it. And Gary Lineker goes, well, I'll call you. Why don't I call you? He goes, all right. So he phones it. The phone goes, and Bobby Robson gets it. He's like, can I talk at the moment? I'm looking for my phone. It's just love the like real characters in football, like just real people, but just idiot savant, but like brilliant at what they do. Me and my mates used to smoke during halftime during games, and in one particular tournament a friend played and I was smoking while the centre back and DM were entire crowd and ref thought we were nuts. Oh, I used to smoke at halftime and sometimes during the games because I never played very well. Klinsmann did that in Los Angeles under a fake name apparently too, just playing Sunday League. I bet he played well. I'd never forget Klinsmann. I went to the North London derby the season and I played at White Hart Lane. I sat with it. I couldn't get a ticket in the away, so I went and sat with the Tottenham fans and I watched that game, and it was literally like just watching one grown up and 21 kids. He was so good. And he lived up the road from me. I was born in 97. I missed Euro when I was a kid around 2006, 2012. Mr. Solo Liam, great to see you. It's always, it's like when I talk to Fred, like I went to football with everyone who used to go on about Liam Brady. It was always better before. But what I will say is Italian 90 changed football forever. Without that tournament, there probably wouldn't have been a Premier League. Without the Premier League, we wouldn't have the football we have now. 1990, it went from being a kind of niche thing that only sort of working class blokes were into to suddenly a kind of, everyone loves football, And back in the day, people didn't wear the England jerseys, and then they started to. We had the brilliant song, World in Motion, New Order. Everything started to be cool, And then it takes 8 years and you've got a Beckham in a sarong, and it's gone a bit far. More individual flair, less Hollywood prima donnas, yes. The Mr. Arsenal podcast, Ryan. Good to see you. Evening. I'm only 31. That's a good age. Messi for me, as I never saw Maradona play all that much, or R9. Gilberto is my Arsenal guy. Wow, good choice. I have to say, I saw Maradona, and I haven't seen anything from Messi that makes me like him as much as Maradona. Although I will say, just for the record, yeah, Messi's probably a better footballer than Maradona. Gaz are probably the best natural football player I've ever seen. No, I don't think he's the best natural footballer I've ever seen, but he was really good. And I watched him a lot because I used to get free tickets to Tottenham. But he was good, though. 1990 World Cup with a bang when Cameroon beat Argentina with Maradona playing, yeah. Still made it to the final, though, didn't they? Mm. Right. So, for final closing... Listen, first of all, before... No, you're going to say it anyway. So, over to Zanzi for his thoughts final.
It's been emotional. And if we are linked with Romero, then
no, we're not.
I'm just going to go down in the oubliette and spend the rest of the summer there.
Yeah, we just won't do football. We'll do something else.
All this over there, which I'm pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, you did it.
They've been absolutely
très bon.
Yeah, busting there. They're fucking great.
Busting. Haven't heard that in a while. Busting.
Yeah.
That's very middle. That's very middle England natties.
Lucky Singh. Yeah. A perfect comment. One perfect comment. That's why I'm emotional. And Dan,
where's the lucky? Hang on, where's the perfect comment? What was the perfect comment?
When he says hello, Gary.
That was nice.
It was absolutely brilliant. Right. Capital H for the hello, capital G for the Gary.
Showed Gary, Mr. Pop in and Pop out, how it's done, eh?
Yeah.
Gary, hope you're watching and repeat. Sorry, I interrupted you again. I'm always doing that.
But we're matching as well, black.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, all black.
All black.
But not the rugby side, because I think they'll probably beat us in rugby.
Is there rugby in the Commonwealth Games?
That's the point. No.
Should be, though, shouldn't there?
Anyway, they've got a really good sport there, netball.
Yeah.
This is basically
basketball for
basketball, but you can't
lazy
move.
Basketball, isn't it? It's like,
yeah.
Fuck.
This is the interesting thing, though, that they have weightlifting, but if it's in the Paralympics, it's powerlifting. So why isn't it power weightlifting?
I don't come to this show with answers, Andy. I come only with questions. And if you have questions and I have questions, then we must leave it to the kind folks in the comments.
Yeah.
Any further final thoughts, or are we finished?
And we will definitely be signing Vinnie this year. He's going to be my
goal.
I'd actually prefer him out on the pitch actually rather than goal.
We've got David Ray. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, he's not bad, is he? I
mean, think how good that Spain side would have been with him in it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have conceded
he really would have been on some fucking iPad or something like that doing something. Yeah. Well, this is boring. Yeah. Oh, here comes the ball. Okay.
No, it doesn't. That was like,
ref, that's a save.
Is that,
the back pass, was it? Oh, shit.
Wait there. Is that the ball? No, that's una paloma blanca.
Yeah. Oh, it's a ball. Oh, no, it's not. It's a fucking sky camera. Hello.
Yeah. Got more assists than I'm not doing this joke.
Do they have hockey? No, they don't.
Anyway, because I do need to go. So, have you finished your solicitation?
I'd just like to say, Lucky Singh is absolutely brilliant because Zanzi has been a brilliant show.
Yeah,
brilliant shows. Come on, mate.
Zanzi, this been brilliant shows. I agree with him. We're always glad he's here. Hassan says, on a side note, if Barkler goes to Liverpool, I agree with Hassan. He automatically becomes the second best winger in the league if Vinny doesn't come over based on talent and experience physically. I agree with you. It's nice to kindred spirit. A lot of people aren't necessarily rating Barkler as highly as I am, but I think he's a great signing. I don't wish he was more inclined to come to us. Gaza was great. Ronaldinho was a tad bit better as an actual football. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Do they have hockey, lol? Weightlifting, nobody's tougher than Jeff Capes. Oh, God, that's a while since I heard that name. Maybe he can replace Saliba. Well, sadly passed away. I doubt Barker can play more than 1,600 minutes in the Premier League. That's a good point, but I disagree. So, once again, so much love for you guys. You literally are the most fun crowd that we could possibly hope for. So I'm really glad you're here. This is our hostelry for the hopeful. This is a place we're going to be through this madness of this transfer window, the meltdowns and the madness that other fans seem to think is part of football. For us, it's the smile of Ronaldinho. It's a cheeky back pass. It's fucking fun. Football was always meant to be fun. It's a nice diversion from real life. Let us not take it all too seriously. Let's meet again on Tuesday and do this all over again. Tuesday Club is 10:30 p.m. Zanzi may even be here on time. And Zanzi, you have at last you have to, for at least a while, if I'm late, you're not allowed to say shit because you were properly late tonight.
I have an excuse.
Well, if I hear it, then it will invalidate my rage and fury, and I don't want that. So
okay.
Let's not use reasons. Let's not use good reasons because it just makes it less fun. But in any case, and by the way, if I'm ever like a minute late, I have a reason as well. It's usually technical. But listen, Zanzi, without you, it's not the same, man. It's not the same. I'm so glad you're here.
I'll tell you something. If you were in here, it'd be really shit, wouldn't it? It'd just be a blank screen.
Could be even. It's sometimes a blank screen even with me here. So can you only imagine? But to the best chat in the world and the best side. Well, what are you? Co-commentator, co-presenter, whatever. Sebco. I'm off to watch the Commonwealth Games. Until I see you all again. Yes, I am. Well, I'm going to try and watch some highlights. I didn't know it was on till just before I came on air.
Oh, right. I didn't even know.
My youngest was like, "Oh, there's a Commonwealth Games," because his girlfriend's gone up to Scotland to watch it. And I was like, "To do what?" She goes, "You're going to see the Commonwealth Games." It's like, in Scotland. There's hardly any fanfare. It's like we're pretending it's not happening. We've got a new Prime Minister. Rosie. Rosie might have heard you trying to do your Scottish accent. Rosie, Fandabby Rosie, the best.
I'm not doing it now.
No, you're not. Anyway, until I see you all again on Tuesday, be lucky. Lots of love.